This hangout is live. What's up? What's up, JDO?
What's up, Josh?
To make sure my fucking face ain't in that damn cameras.
Yeah, niggas don't want to seize it. Niggas don't want to seize it.
I don't want to have stalkers. You know, not playing.
Niggas don't want niggas to lose subs status. Yeah. Hold on, what is this shit? What is that? Weekly check. Oh, weekly check-in on the Switch. Yeah. I heard about that shit. That's only if you online though, right? I doubt they make it if you're not online that you got to get weekly check-ins. That wouldn't make sense. Nigga, we could talk about all that shit though.
You guys
What's
talking
up,
about
Lay?
Nintendo, right?
Yeah. You know, the Nintendo shit came out. We talking about whatever. This Friday, niggas. Whatever, nigga. Whatever come up, comes the fuck up. Nigga.
Because Nintendo, wow, fuck that shit. How you gonna have less services than a fucking Wii U and then charge money for the online? To me, that's ridiculous.
This nigga Island saying what's up on a whole different chat. Why? Nah, we not. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We just letting people get up in here, get situated. You know what I'm saying? JDO just getting his bath water ready. Usual. I'm looking at messages from the homies to see what's cracking with it. I can't be on too long, but I can always leave the room open. Y'all niggas can continue while I go pick this
real quick.
This spoiled girl. Yeah, I'm about to get all my shit ready. I got my water set. I'm about to get my motherfucking Panda Express. They get out the microwave.
What?
Hold on.
What's
like
up?
These letters.
What's up, my dudes?
What up, Clay?
What's going on?
We chilling. We getting ready and shit. We live getting ready. We showing these niggas how it is before people broadcast.
All right. Hold on. Let me go to the page real quick.
Yeah, we live. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Halo? What's up, Coons, Lay, Samuels, nigga?
Splash.
Slim didn't look that bad. What if it? Oh, wait. So did these niggas have Tokyo Game Show yet? I ain't watched that shit yet, Gus.
Oh, no.
Hey,
no, I think that's at the end of the month.
What's up, Simply, Cuh?
What's up,
Mr. Harris?
What's up, Simply Deep? What's up, Silver Sky? What's up, the rest of y'all motherfuckers? What's up?
Oh, snap. What's going on?
What is up?
You mean late and mean, cuz, yeah.
No, I'm coming in round table style.
Coming in swinging.
Mm-hmm. And when Diver elbow head ass get here, we'll be complete.
Complete with the stables and horses.
Hell yeah.
Nah, man, I'm still kind of baffled. I was on the interwebs and they were talking about the new services for the online services for Nintendo.
Damn, they tripping. They tripping, man.
Could you tell me from what I understand you have to on some low key DRM? Apparently,
I could hear that you was telling you were eating the granola bar. What you say? No, he was clicking it. He was getting his mic. He was getting his mic set up. Yeah, you good? What you saying?
Hey, so what is going on with Nintendo service? Is like some DRM type shit? What is it doing?
It's
check in. You got to check in once a week, or else you lose your shit to the cloud. You lose your cloud saves.
So DRM is basically once a week. DRM is basically what we fucking with right now.
But it's not. I don't think it's for Switch game. I think it's for the classic games like NES shit.
Oh,
that's not really. I didn't hear that, but I don't think it's that bad. I think there's no chat. How does Vita have more services than this fucking system? That's what I'm
The thing about that is that these days, if somebody getting a financial bind, man, they home internet probably gonna be the one thing that they gonna let go and just rely on their phone internet. So with that being said, you know, they lose their internet. You know, how long, you know, will it take before they get back online? So I don't know. You know, I don't really think that's cool. I mean, if you got some other way to save your shit, then whatever. But if that's your only way to save games, then that's fucked up.
That was it. And this is why I didn't like the trend of I mean, I don't get it wrong. I like competition and shit like that, and I can understand. I like what they did. I just feel like they did it so half-assed, honestly. It's just half-assed what they did. The whole handheld thing. Honestly, the online should have been like the Vita. Should have been it don't have to be free, but at least it could be like a comprehensive feature set. This shit is like using friend, it just regressed. Using friend codes.
Craig Harris, what's up? Stardust Sarah, what's up? Don't call me Danny, what's up?
Yo.
What's going on?
Let's get to these intros first before we get all in depth and shit out of order as usual, nigga.
Yeah.
It's like it's a maze table, nigga. Straight up. Go ahead. Hey, what's up, Craig, man? Get your intro in, man. How you doing, big dog?
Yeah, I'm over here playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider on the inferior console, but having a good Friday. How about you, gentlemen?
Hey, is it Firewall?
No, it's Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I gotta pick with you the way you always asking me, is it Mass Effect? You always asking me if it's Mass Effect. All right, well, let's get some intros.
Oh yeah, keep going. Yeah, I'm good. What's happening? Now I'm glad to be here. Appreciate the invite. Like I said, I'm tailgating tomorrow, so I can stay for a little bit. Then as an old man, I got to turn in and get my wings prepped for tomorrow morning.
I heard that. Indeed.
I'm in the same boat. I got to bust up after a while too and put in these man hours.
Yeah, nigga, same here. Nigga, I gotta go pick up my girl and shit. I didn't give her none last night, so now she didn't pull the motherfucking what you call those, like a rain check on me and shit, nigga.
Well, my girl here with me, so
nigga, I look at it. The ankle lady there, nigga. I know them ankles is fire as fuck. If you still, hell you them. Every time she wear them low socks, my nigga be like, I'm not even podcasting tonight, nigga.
Yeah, I went ahead and ripped that back out, you know, tied her over for a little while. Say,
it is what it is. Go ahead, Josh, man. Get your intro in there, my nigga.
This is JDO, aka the PlayStation Ambassador, yo. So anything PlayStation, normally I will probably know it. I hope y'all guys enjoy the podcast.
All right, let me take off. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Lincoln Clay, hooking up with my homies on the round table. You know what we about to do. Y'all motherfuckers hit that like button before I smack the shit out y'all. Let's go ahead and do this. Strap on your seatbelt. Let's go.
Let's do it. Pat. Go ahead, Asian Gambit. Do your thing, my nigga.
Yeah, Roll Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit. Let's do this shit, man. I don't even know what the fuck we talking about. But I'm still
nigga. It's Friday. It's Friday, nigga. It's Friday, nigga, and nigga, we do what we do on Friday.
It's Cliff Note time.
Yeah, Cliff Notes.
Hey, well, shit, we can open up. How come the X-Hole's still crying about Spider-Man?
I don't know. They don't have the game. I mean, that's what it's all coming down to. Is since they don't have it, they're complaining about it. So, I mean, just like you got people running around saying that Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a better game. I'm like, look, Shadow of the Tomb Raider don't look as good as Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's been downgraded. It's not as good a game as Rise of the Tomb Raider. So
yeah, I heard that shit. Like, what was you talking about?
Craig, fill me in on this because I haven't really been keeping up that much with this Tomb Raider shit. Now, what's this shit about? I guess she like dove in some water and it wasn't a splash or some shit like that.
There wasn't. They had a demo, and when she dove. I'm talking about she did a friggin' Olympic dive, and
the old school swine dive.
Yeah, she did not make a splash. Now the 2 times I've jumped in water, there's been a splash, but the animation with her in water, it doesn't look that good. With that said, we're spoiled because we played games like Horizon Zero Dawn and the Uncharted games where there's the physics engines on those games they're better than this game.
And we should be spoiled off of games like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Spider-Man, because we put that love and TLC into those games.
Yeah, and this is
what I liked about
But this is the game that the developer came out and got mad at the demo of The Last of Us Part 2. And I can see why. But with that said, it's still a fun game. If you're a Tomb Raider fan, I'm talking about going back
don't
to
do that.
20 years
don't
ago.
do that.
You can play with the PlayStation 1 and 2 pixel Lara Croft. The way she looked then, that's available to you on this.
See, but it's not it doesn't have okay. Going back to this whole Tomb Raider thing, right? Yeah, he pissed off, like the guy that created it and stuff like that. Step your game up. I mean, I understand because what Horizon Zero Dawn not only is an open world game, but I remember a lot of people was complaining about the water physics in that game. Oh, it doesn't ripple or whatever the case is. And what did they do? They added that shit in there as a patch. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look as good as the best like Assassin's Creed Origins, but to add that shit in there, that shit crazy.
Yeah. And another thing is that you talked about Spider-Man there, Lincoln Clay. Do you realize these mofos are bitching about having to play as Mary Jane, but they forgot to tell you that you have to play as baby Lara Croft. So they just have this selective bullshit outrage. So it's just, you do have a mission as baby Lara Croft at the Croft Mansion. And, she's trying to solve a puzzle and all that shit. So I had to solve that bullshit. So it's just them with their selective rage when it comes to Spider-Man. They are, I mean, in the
when it comes to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Y'all some ponies, Kyle. He's not realizing this. Y'all some ponies.
Yo, I will name this bitch. Everywhere I went.
I'm gonna watch that fight. Thrash, think about the people who are filing the complaints are the ones bitching about the Spider-Man game. Hell, even Angry Joe filed a complaint. So,
well, I don't even watch that fat ass nigga. Yo, fuck him. Are you Angry Joe? Yeah, man, that nigga.
So I'm under the impression, low key. I was talking to Sick Humor about this. I truly believe that the people in the Xbox community, because they got no game. Let's just keep it 100%. They got no game. They truly.
They do have games though.
Their games on their platform, but they just don't know how to go about asking for it. So they're bitching about it.
I feel like even if Sony did it, right? Let's say that Sony went third party. I feel like they still wouldn't really touch it like that, yo. Like their blood bleeds green so bad. Like I've heard people say that I prefer the Xbox platform, and because I have the Xbox platform, I can't touch PlayStation. Like I can't do it.
They're retarded.
And it's like
I ain't gonna front. That's weird as fuck. Just to hear someone say that, that's weird.
Yeah, especially when they know they side don't have shit over there.
No, it's not even that. Just to like not.
But they do though. They do have it.
Enjoy something just because you pledge allegiance to something for no reason at all. Why? Why can't you buy a PlayStation? Why not? Ain't nobody stopping you. Like,
I thought it is.
It's not like if they like up and walk out to like GameStop and buy a PlayStation and come home like men with green suits on at their doors gonna take away their Xbox. Ain't nobody gonna do that. Like, just go buy a PlayStation. You still have the Xbox.
I thought about this.
And you know anything about that?
Like, because I am an Xbox dude, therefore I cannot buy a PlayStation. Shit, what the fuck? Why?
I thought about this. Right? And you want to know something? It basically, right? It puts in danger what they like.
Yeah.
So supporting it means that their shit is going to disappear.
Facts.
Well, then that means
and that's what's really going on.
It's not gaming because you feel me. Like what you like is not gaming. You feel me? If you like gaming, you support gaming wherever gaming is at.
Mm-hmm. Like if you don't know anything about me, I was a huge Sega fan. Like for me personally, if I would have played anything else, I would have to go to my friend's house to play it and enjoy it there. But when I come home, that shit was straight like Sega. When they fucked up, I moved to another console. That's just what it is. But I mean, I did like what Sega had to offer. I mean, I kind of get what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say if it was Apple versus Android, let's say they were on equal footing or whatever. And I can't see myself, like me personally, buying an Apple phone. Like it doesn't make any sense for me to put money into something that I don't really believe in, because they believe in the ideology of the company. That's what's really going on too.
I'm gonna do this real quick. My fault, Flash, but let me do this real quick. So, but the difference between like phones are not the same, because the phones they're built to do the same shit. You know what I mean? Like when you have a Google phone or a Apple phone, they make calls. It's just the apps and the company.
Yeah, but that's
phone, right.
But like Apple though, but Apple versus Android, Apple make their interface easy to use.
Well, that's
you know what I mean, and they take away. So, but that's the whole.
What do you use the phone for?
I know, but they make it easy to use though.
Okay,
and then they do have some. There's some.
I'm saying is,
but there's some exclusive stuff though.
Right, but does those exclusive stuff really truly matter? Like if your phone's shattered right now, right? Whether you said you would not get an Apple phone, correct?
Never ever.
Okay, so if your Samsung phone, I got a Samsung too. I feel you. Like I would rather buy Samsung than Apple. You feel me? But if my Samsung phone, like if I drop it and shatter it right now, and somebody hand me an iPhone to use, and like I'm gonna use that shit, I have no problem. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but I can't see myself But I can't see myself making that like I don't like Apple and what they stand for.
The difference though. That's what I'm saying. When you use a phone, you do the same shit. You make calls. Games are not interchangeable. You can't, if you have an exclusive game, that's not interchangeable anymore. You know what I mean?
No, like, but that's what I'm trying to say. The UI, but listen, the UI.
Wait. Are we arguing over bitch ass Apple and Samsung telephones? What the fuck is this shit?
No. I'm trying to make the correlations.
You feel me?
The correlation is this.
Nigga, the correlation going on like a conversation, nigga.
Because the reason why I'm bringing this up is because like the correlation is like ask an Apple user to use an Android, and it's the interface. That's the exclusive content. Is the interface.
Okay.
Well, their stuff is
man. Fuck all that. All I need a phone to do is make calls, text, and internet. Fuck the rest of it.
Then you will be the.
I know the interface is important because people are used to a certain interface, right? And I understand that.
You'll be the guy to buy anything. You'll be the guy to buy all consoles or whatever the case is in that case.
You buy a
that ain't necessarily the case
for the games. Right, you just buy a game system to play video games.
I have some serious disdain for Microsoft. It ain't the case of me being loyal to Sony. I do not like Microsoft. You know,
I don't like them either. That's the point I was trying to make. I don't like them. I don't like the ideology.
You know, and it's not just my dislike for them, man. It's
fucking nay, nigga, nay.
They're not giving us an appealing product. You know, it's. You know, who the fuck spent $500 to play Super Lucky's trash?
Not me.
No, but that's the whole thing. Let's spin it a little bit. We keep saying that they don't have any games. They do have games. They have third-party games. That's what Microsoft has chosen.
Well, let me put it this way: there are third-party games on their platform. They do not have games.
Yeah, they don't. When you say they, that means that them, like as in Microsoft. And Microsoft got
but they can still play.
That's it. Third-party games belong to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but they still have games though. They still have games to play on their console.
It plays games. Like the system itself plays games that are from a third party, mostly. And their best games are third-party games, sadly. But their games themselves, the reason why people would buy an Xbox is because all these systems are basically doing the same shit. Exclusivity makes them different. So when you don't have the exclusives to make your shit, why the fuck buy it? Why spend $500 on the console if it ain't got games that's going to make you own them?
Because the world's most powerful console.
Well,
that has never sold. You know what was the world's most powerful console last generation? PlayStation. Then the world's most powerful console before that was what, nigga? The basic
regular Xbox.
Yeah. None of that shit has ever mattered because none of those systems has ever won, and the Xbox One X hasn't changed that because nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
The strategy
The strategy was fucked off. Clearly,
No, the strategy that
and each of
Microsoft
those
wanted.
consoles that you just named right there, Thrash, the competition had a far bigger library. The PS2 had a much bigger library than the original Xbox. You know, I would
shit. The Dreamcast was more powerful than the base PlayStation, and that shit was out before the fucking PlayStation 2, and it had more power than the PlayStation 2. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But it's more to it than the power, though. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It's the ideology for Sony was this. That's why they called it a PlayStation. You go there to play games, and while Nintendo didn't want that, you know, they wanted to limit the certain games that was on there. Sony was just like, just throw anything on there. That's how they got their name. Just play anything. That's why to this day,
because games,
you can buy anything. It was always games.
I'm not going front, man. That's
and for some reason,
for a gaming console, the PlayStation, because you don't even have to be a gamer to know what the fuck it does. Like,
Nintendo was the laziest name. They just named it after their company and shit. Like Nintendo, that's what it is. Fucking Super Nintendo.
Legacy, you know what I'm saying? But that's legacy. At least you have that.
Hey, what's up, Jacob? Hey, hold on. What's up? Hey, this is an open table too. This is open table night. That mean that chat room throws in subjects and shit like that. I already got 2 of them that we gotta address. Cyber Dragons and Almighty. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get on those. I'm just letting them know that nigga. We'll talk about.
Hey, Coon, you talking that play one and done games? I'd rather play Shadow of the Colossus, and then play God of War, and then Detroit Become Human, and then Spider-Man, and then Days Gone. I'd rather play all those games one right after the other instead of still playing motherfucking Sea of Thieves a whole year later.
Nigga, look,
what will have changed about that game a year later?
Nah, look at what should be the main topic when people say one and done, right? People need to understand that gaming exists because of one and done games. Without one and done games, gaming would never exist the way it has. Gaming would never be interesting as it is. Gaming wouldn't be that main top. Like, it's better than movies right now. You think niggas doing that shit just to play fucking Call of Duty? Stupid ass niggas.
And that's what I'm looking at too. If you look at it, this generation mirrors a lot of the PlayStation 2 generation. You know what I mean? That's what I'm seeing. Because PlayStation
play. That's all you got to say. Who's gonna play 5?
Hey, Diamond,
take
man. Hey, take that robotic dick out your mouth before you talk.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Hey, yo, hog ass out to the fuck up, guys.
Hold on. Let me get these people. What's up, Jay? What's up?
Go do some more push-ups, nigga. First of all,
I did my push-ups.
How come you guys ain't talk about Tomb Raider looking a whole lot better on the Xbox One X? How come you ain't talking about that?
Wait.
You talking about a $500 system? You talking about a $500 system? Obvious, it runs better, right?
What about that Batman Arkham Knight?
No, that's not always the case.
Even if it does nothing besides resolution, besides resolution, it does nothing extra. Nothing extra. Everything is identical.
Look, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Did you not look? Did you not see it? Yeah, it runs at 60 frames per second, a whole lot better. Isn't that what you guys were talking about in the beginning? What you guys saying?
What you guys? Console, and it
came so now
Hey, let each other talk, niggas. Nigga, what type of does this look like the Weapon Wheel podcast? Nigga, let niggas speak.
All I'm saying is before it used to be frames per second in the looks. Nigga. Now people are saying, but it looks better and this and that. What happened to frame seconds?
Hold on. Does Tomb Raider look better than Spider-Man? A whole lot of quiet.
Hell yeah, Tomb Raider is the best looking game. It ain't a lot of quiet. I play both. Hold on, nigga. I play both of them. You had the question. I'm answering. Both of them. I got it on.
I got them both too, nigga. You had to process the lie, nigga.
Bro,
process
Xbox
the lie.
That's what
you guys say. I'm telling you, I'm telling you right up the bat that on the OLED TV, I got it on the Pro.
Oh, you got an OLED TV.
Spider-Man, it does look great. It looks great. You know what I'm saying? Now, Tomb Raider looks a lot better.
Oh, a lot better than Spider-Man. Okay. Awesome. Hey, look.
It does. You got cartoon.
Your opinion is subjective, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It really is, my nigga. It's all good, though. I mean, if you feel as though Tomb Raider looks better than Spider-Man, my nigga, then you run with that shit, my nigga. Do what you do. I'm not mad at you at all. I just don't believe it. I just can't agree, my nigga.
Let me ask you.
I can't agree. Nigga, we gonna stop giving you the mic.
We try.
We gonna stop doing.
We trying to have a talk. That dude is auto-tuned out.
Hey, Phil Spencer got a hold of that nigga.
Right now, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is downgraded from Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider was a 4K native game on the Xbox X. This one is not. This now, if it's his opinion that it looks better than Spider-Man, I'm not gonna argue.
That's all it. Yeah, that's his opinion. That's why I keep telling you that.
That's all cool, but to sit up there and say that it doesn't look as good as the last Tomb Raider. So
but what he's saying?
What are you talking about?
One is 4K native, and the other one is fake 4K.
Damn, fake.
Fake.
Damn.
One of those. What part of this do we not understand? So it's downgraded. Now it's still fun. It's still fun to play, but it's downgraded from the last.
That's not true at all. That is a false statement.
Bro.
No.
Okay, now you saying fake 4K. You say fake 4K, right? So what's checkerboarding 4K? Is that real 4K?
I
couldn't hear you. You bought it. What did you say?
It's fake.
Well, okay, 4K. So we talked about this on.
Hey,
true 4K.
Diver.
Fake 4K.
You got some of the worst motherfucking connection, nigga. How are you hogging the table, Mike, nigga? Get your shit in order. We can't hear shit, but I'm gay. That's all we hear, nigga. But we can't hear you, nigga. Your points is going like sideways because we can't hear it, nigga.
Can you guys hear me clearly?
What's that topic? Yeah, I can hear you. What's up,
you're fine. You're fine.
So we're going to talk about 1080p 60. Metal Gear 5 at the beginning of the generation on the slim PlayStation 4 was 1080p 60. So don't bring 1080p 60 into it. I mean, my God.
The way I see it, I don't give a fuck about none of the motherfucking resolutions. Just give me a bomb ass game. I'm not gonna make shit complicated for gaming. Why? They consoles, nigga. Give a fuck. Like, give me a bomb ass game, nigga. The Last of Us was 720p when it came out on PS3. It was one of the best experiences I ever had in my goddamn life. Lord knows how much resolution Mario was, my nigga, and that got me into gaming. Lord knows what resolution fucking Metal Gear Solid, the first one, nigga. The first PS1 one, nigga. That really got me into gaming. Don't tell him how many fucking resolution. It was just a great game. And that's all the fuck I want. Tomb Raider could be fucking 720p. If it's a fucking great game, let this shit be a great game. Like, we shouldn't be measuring our games just because of what the developers chose to do. Like, this,
it's still fun to play. It's just, I mean, this whole thing about the resolution, it's not even 4K. So
on the subject of specs,
yeah.
Okay. All right, my bad. First of all,
let
me get my shit so I get my ass back to work.
You still sound gay.
Fuck you say, nigga.
What's up, my robot sounding homie? How's it going, Diver? Long time.
Look, man, get your ass over there and eat your trinkets and your tea or whatever the fuck it is that you do.
Nigga, that's Island, nigga. That's not MVP, nigga. That's Island, nigga.
Island. Oh, well, go picking up accents. Hey, go get yourself a stick and go chase a chicken, motherfucker. Fuck out of here, you Islander, motherfucker. Hey, check this out. But what I'm saying,
aren't you Puerto Rican?
Hell yeah.
Don't mind.
Hey, why you think? Hey, why you think I know? Why you think I told his ass to go grab a spear and chase a chicken? I know what we do.
Don't mind the Caribbean gay ass nigga. Continue, Diver. Get your point.
Look. Nigga, do you even got a girl?
No, get your point.
You got a Fifi, nigga. You over there talking about you got a Fifi? Is your girl named Fifi?
Nigga,
you're wrong.
Oh man,
I'm so
Phil
confused. What
Spencer
the fuck
took
are we
his
talking
phone.
about right now? Okay?
No.
hey,
Nah,
if
see,
y'all
let me tell you. Hold on. Let me tell you something. You keep saying Phil Spencer got a hold of. Let me tell you something. I'm a gamer. I'm not like you. I'm not a one-sided motherfucker. Okay, I play games.
You ain't got to explain.
I don't play games.
So I'm not a one
Just
person
because you
thing.
play
I'm
games
a
on one side, don't
Before
make
you
don't not.
fade out,
Let me
Hey,
tell
hey,
shut look,
just
nigga. Go back over there and shoot yourself
Hey,
and shut your
hey,
ass up, cuz.
Motherfucker, get your ass up there,
I
you
understand what he's
motherfucker.
saying,
You have a
bro.
box of
Hey,
nines,
hey,
motherfucker. Shut the
hey,
fuck up.
order,
This
nigga.
is
Hey,
exactly what I mean. This is exactly what I mean.
Nigga, I will meet your
Motherfucker come out and try to talk some shit about Xbox, and all you guys can do is sit there and talk mad shit.
What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? Hold on, nigga. Damn, nigga, shut your ass up. Nigga, hey, I'm just saying, order in the goddamn court, nigga. I could barely hear either one of you niggas, so I can only imagine what the people listening to was hearing, my niggas. Get this shit in order, nigga. Get your point out, Diver, nigga. 2 minutes or something, nigga. Get your point out. Don't talk about your dick size or how many times you done sucked off Phil's. I don't give a fuck. Just get your point across, and then we can all get our points across, please. And then the insults can go. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can throw insults back and forth all day, but nigga, tell me what you talking about so we can move on. Damn, Jesus, I got my girl to pick up in an hour, nigga, and we've been bickering. Hurry up. What you got? No, what's your point? What's your point with Tomb Raider, nigga? Nigga, Tomb Raider weak. Damn, Jesus.
Anytime anything good has to be said.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Hey, bro, you biting bad. You biting bad, bro. You biting bad.
That shit wasn't supposed to be audible. I didn't even mean to say that out loud.
Nigga, we moving on. Look, Tomb Raider is a good game, nigga. All right, it rated better than Spider-Man on IGN, nigga. And that's the topic we're gonna talk about. This is Cyber Dragon's topic, nigga. IGN had back-to-back bullshit reviews. They gave Shadow the Tomb Raider a 9 and PUBG on Xbox a 8.9. That is higher than Spider-Man's 8.7. What do y'all niggas feel about this shit? Is PUBG better than Spider-Man?
I never liked IGN anyway. The plagiarizing motherfuckers. They were always fanboys or controversy starters. So I know it's not true.
I will agree that the like controversy started, but like that was just that one homie who was plagiarizing. I can't put that on IGN
For years. They knew that nigga was doing.
I mean, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't call it like that. But I will say I agree with you. I'm not a fan of IGN either. But as far as like reviews, we really shouldn't like hold reviewers accountable like that for real no more. Like we shouldn't really, because realistically, if Spider-Man got like a 77, are y'all telling me y'all wouldn't have copped Spider-Man?
No, I would have. I would have. It's the clickbait. It's the clickbait era, my nigga. That's what I see.
No, but here's the thing. There's a lot of people that are sheep, and there's a lot of people that play numbers. They play numbers and specs. So that is kind of detrimental to these developers that put their hard, efforts in for some motherfuckers trying to get some clickbait. Hey, I'll tell you this, IGN.
Go ahead, nigga.
I was just gonna say on some real shit.
Point over a point, ass nigga. Go ahead.
I have to. I will say this for IGN, they get most of their information from Reset Era or NeoGAF the whole fucking time. They don't even do research. They just go to other people's websites. I don't even respect them.
Because you know how like when you read an article in one website, you follow a source 5-6 different websites, and they all saying damn near the exact same thing.
Right.
And they sourced it all the way back to one fucking article. And this motherfucker is talking about something completely different. They just worded the way they wanted to.
Hey, what's the topic? Y'all? My fault. What's the topic?
Anything, big money.
We talking about we taking shit from the chat room and whatever we come up with, and the one we on right now is IGN giving reviews to Tomb Raider and PUBG. That's all.
What were you going to say? What were you going to say, guys?
I was going to say like as far as reviews go, these developers do look at that shit. I mean, I remember watching Corey Barlog cry over God of War's reviews, my nigga, because it actually gives them like the achievement. It makes them it's thoughts, or it makes them feel like they accomplished what they tried to go for. Because when you're making shit, especially art level shit, you don't know if people gonna like it. You know what you see, you know what you like, but you don't know how people gonna accept it. And people look at reviews in that way, especially on Metacritic. I mean, IGN it affects Metacritic. You know what I'm saying? And they've consistently gave games higher ratings than what they should have gotten. I mean, I still see that Evolve is rated higher than all three of these games, and there's no way that game should have ever gotten that high of a score, but it did. And I do understand that different people do these reviews, so there's different opinions on every game due to how large their staff is. But at the end of the day, my nigga, it's like, goddamn, like who's playing what game? Like, I believe that you should have people, whoever reviewing the game should be a person who don't really like that genre. You know what I'm saying? Like not for they could down it, so they could actually look at it with clean eyes. When you in love, you think that pussy bomb is fuck, but on the outside, that bitch, she stank, nigga. You in love with this bitch? Like,
hey Thrash, do you think a game's performance should factor into the review?
Everything should. I think performance should, but not as much as I think. More importantly, gameplay should be first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, things running right should be in there though. Glitches and all that shit should factor in it too, because you don't want to see glitches. You don't want to see stuttering and all that shit. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't overall affect the game. You know what I'm saying? If it's stable, then it's stable. If one is 60, one is 30, both of them are stable. Just 60 looks more smoother. It's not like a bad thing to have 130, 160. You know what I'm saying? In my view.
This is long as it don't affect gameplay.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like when it came from, like, what do you call it? PUBG, for instance, right? PUBG's frame rate was like 15 frames a second, or it's just unplayable. Mm-hmm. That definitely needs to be factored in here. How the fuck you gonna play it if the performance is shit? Now, what Diver was talking about, he was like, what do you call it? He was like, the frame rate was better for Tomb Raider, but Digital Foundry found that it was like 4 frames. Are you really going to tell me you perceived 4 frames? 4 of them? Is it worth $500?
How you know he ain't Neo?
For 4 frames.
How you know he ain't Neo? How you know this motherfucker don't dodge bullets? How you know this dude ain't Neo? How you know he ain't the one?
he could. No, but like, yeah, like, is it 5? Is those 4 frames? Are those 4 frames? Or that extra fucking 180p worth $500? Is it that much better?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
And Digital Foundry also said there was juddering and screen tearing.
They did. If you're gonna base it off them,
based on the performance, PUBG should have been at least a 7.5 just based off its performance.
But I agree with
King. That shit, it's broken. Actually,
to me, it's up to the individual. I mean, I like Quantum Break, and that game got savaged. But it's on Game Pass. I'm enjoying Quantum Break. Mm-hmm. So I really don't give a rat's ass what an IGN or a Metacritic. It's like I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes for movies. Mm-hmm. You know, if a movie is trash, it's trash. I mean, I'll tell people, hey, look, don't go pay full price. I won't ever tell you what to go do with your money. I'll just try to help you save it. Like, well, don't pay full price for that movie because it's not that good. But yeah, if your girl wants you to go at 7 o'clock and pay full price, you have to pay full price. But at the end of the day, yeah, your gameplay is extremely important. But I just think there are certain people that are looking for a reason to justify why they bought an Xbox X.
Right.
And Digital Foundry is unfortunately Digital Foundry or NX Gamer or something like that. That's where they're going to justify certain things. And
it's stupid. It hurts.
This way. My interest in PUBG was slim. Once we learned about the game having frame rate, screen tearing, and everything else you can think of, my interest in that game went from slim to none. So gameplay is big. With
they got a lot of pull. Digital Foundry, they got a lot of pull when it comes to that because bad word of mouth could definitely affect it. That's why reviews are kind of important.
Yeah. See, I listen to Digital Foundry strictly on performance. If they if they give an opinion on whether they think a game is good or not, I don't give a fuck about that. But if they say the game run like trash, then I'm gonna take that into consideration.
But they never say it runs like trash. They talk about some shit that's like almost. No. But I'm saying it's so imperceivable, like with the shit they're saying.
No, they'll never use those words. It's always that, you know, it's always that in the ambient inclusion is poor, and the 4K textures are soupy, you know, all that bullshit. You know, they ain't go outright call it trash.
What was you about to say, Jay? Go ahead. I heard you.
I was about to give a good example. WWE 2K18 for the Switch. 5 frames. That was unacceptable.
Yeah, unacceptable.
Now, they pretty much. What was another game that was kind of terrible with the performance? PUBG. Was that Fallout? No. Remember the Fallout Xbox One review? The VCR joint? Oh yeah. That was straight.
Oh yeah, I kept pausing.
They said they hit 0 frames. Yeah, bro.
They only hit 0 frames because it was loading. It was loading. It wasn't necessarily like performance. It was just it's loading the other area. That's just the programmers. But at the same time, when it comes to them, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like certain games get different, like they get passes because of their history.
Yeah, definitely. Nintendo.
You know what I mean? So what history did PUBG have? I mean, at this stage, I mean, you have a broken game that's making rave reviews based on what? Just on
people are basing it off of fun, bro. Like,
not even that.
People are basing it off experience.
I feel like
they basing it. These niggas is basing this shit off of popularity, my nigga. That's what I see.
Right, it's popular in their experience. They have it fun with their friends, and
I mean the way my bad. Go ahead, Jay. My bad.
Oh no, I was just saying they, having a good experience with their friends. So, or even the reviewers like Digital Foundry, they might tear it apart, but in the review, did they or did they not say, "Oh, but it was just so much fun"? Like,
that's bullshit, though. That's bullshit because the same thing happened.
The same. You can be broken and still be fun. So it's either one of the other.
No, you can. You can.
But if it's actually fun and you can do your objective, you can actually dodge a bullet and shoot as you want.
Okay, she didn't show up here.
It's passable. But don't be singing its praises like it's gold and it's perfect and everything else. It's not.
The same thing happened with Monster Hunter, and the same thing happened with It was a couple. Well, let's use the Monster Hunter for instance. People gave that shit dog shit reviews until the word of mouth got to it, and everybody gives it 8s and 9s now. It's the same fucking game from back in the PS2 era. It is.
Hey,
but all of a sudden now it's great.
What I see is like this, man. A review shouldn't be based on anything that can be based on opinion. It should be everything based on fact. Things like the length of the story, nigga. How good is the story? Like, well, not even really how good, because that's even opinionated. But how good is the combat system? How deep is the story? Nigga, what can you do? What features can you do? Things that you can't really say I like it or not. It's just how good. You know what I'm saying? How, nigga, if you press a button, how long does it take for it to react? Like how much content is in the game should be one of the main things. And PUBG kills me with that shit because it's just a mode with 3 goddamn maps. You know what I'm saying? And it's like all they want to do, all it's made to do is to charge you money to get to look funny, my nigga. Like, you charge a niggas extra. I heard a jacket is like $300, my nigga. Like, on some disrespectful shit. So it's like,
this is what I was saying earlier, right? When I was talking about like how if you had motherfuckers like listening out to these kind of reviews, like you shouldn't really do that. But here's what I mean by that, right? Like, reviews, like at the end of the day, nobody's gonna have like a clear, like, no bias review. It's always gonna be some kind of bias built into you because you're a person. You know what I mean? You can't separate that. The best thing you could do is you try to find motherfuckers that do reviews that have like at least make sense to you. Like, what kind of taste they have because they taste reflect yours. And when they fucking do a review, you like, you know what? If this dude don't like it, I probably don't like it because we have the same taste. You know what I mean? That's what you really should base it on, because a Metacritic of 88, that's 88. That's a number. What the fuck does that even mean to me? You know what I mean? Is an 88 game better than an 87 game? Is it? Like, you know what I mean? How do you quantify that 1 point? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's hard for us to like do that shit. It's best for us to like figure out what kind of dude am I? Do I like this type of game? If I like this type of game, I'm gonna look into it. If I look into it, I'm gonna find motherfuckers that at least understand me enough to break down shit that I would like to understand. You feel me? And I'll base my decision on that.
Numbers don't matter. Like
was fucking. It wasn't game of the year, but it was one of the contestants for fucking game
for no goddamn reason.
How the fuck?
Most disrespect I ever seen in my life.
How the fuck? And contestants for fucking game of the year. How? It wasn't even out. It just came out this year supposedly.
And it was garbage. And it was garbage.
And it was based. And it was based off another. It was based off another game.
It was based
off of another game.
Right, H1Z1, right?
Who gets to make these kind of decisions? I'm saying, right? Who get to make these kind of decisions? So at the end of the day, when you give it a score, this motherfucker's giving it that score, man. And I don't know this motherfucker, this IGN ass motherfucker. I don't know him.
You know what it is too? You know what it is that we fucked around and let gaming become mainstream. And that's what really hurts shit the most. When shit become mainstream, you got motherfuckers who don't even know gaming talking about gaming for no goddamn reason.
It's a double-edged sword. Like I said before, when people were talking about Wilson Fisk and they were talking about he's some fat nigga. How you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to know certain things if you call yourself a gamer, and they don't. They get paid to copy or plagiarize or whatever the case is.
You could be a gamer and not understand Spider-Man lore. That's
I
Spider-Man game.
You know what? Man, I think y'all missing some. A lot of those kids that.
But do your research.
Hold on, Josh, nigga. What the fuck?
Shit, they need shit like that, bro. That's where they start off at. They starting off in journalism. And that's the only job they can probably get at when they're young like that. That's why when they get older, you see like Colin Morinati, he and Greg, they'll go get another job. It's a part of journalism. A lot of them don't know about games. They just trying to be a journalist. And when they get out, they can't go work at CNN soon they get out of college. So they go to places like IGN. And I think that's the bad part of it.
Like I said, nigga, what happened to my life?
But that Kingpin situation, that's more of a comic book than gaming, because because anybody who follows the comic books, if anybody know anything about comic books, already know that as soon as Spider-Man pushes him over the edge, he gonna start tearing up shit. So they don't know, you know.
He's actually not fat. He's diesel as fuck.
Right, and he's strong as fuck.
He got a fat head, but his body's all muscle.
He laid back, but when Spider-Man pushed him over the edge, that motherfucker go into a rage.
Whoa!
But my point was,
I haven't got there yet.
My point was, but my point was this: you do research. That's my point.
Hang up your gamer call. You haven't got to that part yet.
Hey, I've been working, nigga. Y'all just don't understand the differences that I'm going through at work, my nigga. Woo! Shit is cracking, nigga.
Hey, since we on the topic,
but my point was, you do your research as a quote unquote journalist. You don't make like some hasty ass statements and don't know what you're researching.
Since we on the topic of the Spider-Man, the whole Puddlegate and all this kind of bullshit, like if you want find shit to talk about, like negatively about Spider-Man, there are things to talk about. I love this game. I'm not gonna front, but there are negative things about it. Like you could be using real shit instead of this Puddlegate shit to be talking about this game. It would, you know what I mean? It would have made you more credible. You feel me? Like you would be more credible if you use like real shit in this game, because this game is not perfect by any means.
Yeah, no game is perfect.
It's not.
No game is perfect.
There's some flaws in it.
Shit, that game shit. That
Hey,
shit
I ain't
perfect to
gonna
me.
lie, man. I can't find one flaw. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Me neither. I love Spider-Man, bro. That shit-
It's clear as fuck that I'm surrounded by Puddlegates.
Holy ass motherfuckers. Shit. I think there's some flaws in it, cuz I think there's
Which one? What flaw you think is in there?
Nigga, number one in the world, no titty physics. And I rest my
Oh my god.
Mary Jane
Rest my
got
fucking
that's a
case.
flaw.
no ass
Rest my
at all.
fucking case.
No ass and no
Alright,
titties.
So in the traversal part, right? You know how like when you hold R2, you swing, right? And when you get to a building, you run. You know, you can't swing no more. You have to run on the building. Like the switching between swinging and crawling is a little goofy. Like you know what I mean? It is not like
Sometimes
perfect.
you got camera issues too. And there's no consequence.
Great game. I give it a 9 out of 10, but there are real flaws in it, man. There's some real flaws in it.
There's no consequence. There's no consequence
I'll
either.
say this.
So you just get your ass busted.
It's better things that niggas could have brought up, nigga. The dealers and the smooths and all these niggas could have brought up than Puddles. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just if they.
But that's bait, though, bro. That's bait, and we took the bait. We took the bait.
I didn't take no bait. I didn't get.
I did not.
No, you know what the bait is, Thrash? Is that they want us to talk about this shit like we talking about it now. That's the bait. When we talk about this shit, they got us. They got us.
Yeah, not me. Man.
I'm not worried about it. I mean,
I was my own shit by the time I realized.
Oh, my bad, Lincoln. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, by the time I had even caught wind of this shit, them niggas had already got exposed for not knowing what they was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I heard this, like puddles, oh shit.
All right,
like,
I'm just saying, it's better shit they could have brought up. Even looking at the trailer, it's better shit they could have fucking brought up.
Bro, my thing is, when you playing that shit and you having an epic ass time, who the fuck is looking for puddles?
Right. Yeah, bro,
like,
that shit.
On some real pony shit, man. I ain't believe him. Like, real,
I didn't need to tell you the truth
on some
about
real
this.
pony shit. On some real pony shit. When they first said some.
Hey, but you know what?
I believe. You know why? Because every game.
Man, they didn't have that dumb shit in there.
The reason why I believe them because every game that PlayStation came out within the recent years has been downgraded supposedly until it came out and all of a sudden it's upgraded.
Exactly.
But you guys gotta think. But you guys gotta think about this though. Y'all gotta think about this. They don't even have the system. You waited for like 2 pieces of footage to compare it to, and literally spent time to do it.
And how I feel.
How dedicated you are.
How I feel about the whole thing is there's no such thing as upgrades or downgrades before the game come out.
Awesome.
Because when they showed you some shit, that's what it looked like right now while they're working on it. Once the game come out, if it looks worse than that, then it's downgraded. You know what I'm saying? If it looks better than that, it's upgraded.
Watch Dogs. That shit was downgraded.
If it comes out, it just comes out. This is what it looks like originally.
Killzone as
Facts,
well.
man. With Spider-Man,
Yeah, I remember the Killzone one was the worst one.
The city just appreciating the art.
I beat it already, man. I'm still playing it right now.
Yeah, and they
Hell,
took
I'm only
Killzone
5% done, Draco.
Damn.
You talking about Spider-Man? 5%?
Yeah, because I've been fucking with Firewall day in and day out.
Man, that shit's lit, cuz.
You and your
I'm
VR.
saying, like, it's not a perfect game.
Did you platinum?
It's real good.
Royal, did you platinum it?
Oh, hell no, cuz. I finished the story. I ain't platinum none of this. I've never
Y'all niggas is fucking ponies. I'm on Halo Storm side, guys. I ain't
gonna lie, man. I'm going for the plant. I'm going for that bitch.
I will say,
if I platinum this game, it'll be purely by accident. It's just because I like fucking around this game so much. I just like doing.
This is the first game that I do want to platinum in a long time. This is the first game I want to platinum.
I have no platinums whatsoever. I have 0 platinums.
Yeah, me too.
I will say Killzone, like it was an executive that said that video that they showed was real time, and that wasn't supposed to be like any kind of downgrade or anything. That was just supposed to be like their vision, not even what it would look like, just their vision of the title.
But the media,
so they got that fucked up.
Yeah, the media took that the wrong way though, so they got right with that.
Shit, they sued Sony over it and won too. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You're talking about that 1080p shit, right?
Yep.
No, I'm talking about Killzone. I was talking about Killzone 2.
Yeah. Oh, Killzone 2. Oh.
The CG trailer.
Yeah, remember they put out that bullshit when they first showed it?
Yeah.
That shit was wild, wasn't it?
That shit was extra.
Yeah, but the executive was like, yeah, that's real time. And they were like, no, it's not. Like the developers never said it was, but that executive did. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't really deliberate. You know what I'm saying? That was a miscommunication on their end. But they ended up they spun it and made it like pretty damn close.
Well, shit.
All right. It is what it is.
Killzone 2 was one of the best looking games I ever seen on PS3.
Yeah, it was still one of the best looking games. It's just that what tarnished it was that first trailer. That trailer where everybody thought it was gonna look like that, and then it didn't come out looking like that. It was still a great looking game, but it just tarnished it. That's why a lot of people wasn't too hype about it no more. On to the next topic. On to the next topic. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all niggas and keep on going with this shit. Fuck it, niggas. Fuck this. Niggas Friday, niggas. God damn, nigga.
On to the next topic.
On to the next topic. Nigga, our almighty Spartan God had it talking about the Nintendo DRM debacle that we was talking about earlier. Anybody know much about this shit? Because nigga, I've been working. I ain't watched Nintendo Direct. I saw all the games they got coming out. Same games coming to Xbox, but the fucking DRM shit, we already kind of touched on in the beginning, but I guess niggas wasn't here. And what else? What else did they show? Like,
the way I understand it, you got to check in. You got to check in once a week.
Yeah, Nintendo need to get that smoke that Microsoft was getting.
Yeah, and if you let your subscription run out, you lose all your cloud saves.
Okay, now let me ask some questions. Let me ask some questions. All right, because Microsoft has their section, and Nintendo is supposed to get theirs. Right now, let me ask this shit real quick. The check-ins. What are they talking about with the online check-in? Are they talking about the saves? I'm hearing cloud saves, and what am I hearing? Like, is it
all kinds of shit?
Is it the cloud saves? You gotta, in order to keep your cloud saves on the old the old SNES games or old NES games that you're gonna get for free if you have the subscription.
Paid subscription, yes.
Yeah, you have to check in.
You have to check in every week.
Okay. Now, Microsoft's shit was DRM.
These are free games though.
Like Microsoft's DRM. Let me straighten this out. Microsoft's DRM was no matter if you're playing online, offline, if you have Xbox Live or not, it didn't matter. You had to check in within 24 hours, regardless of what you're playing. You playing a single player game, your ass ain't checked in, your shit ain't working. You know what I'm saying? That was the difference between Microsoft and Nintendo. I know that Microsoft shit by heart. I know exactly what the fuck they were doing. But Nintendo, this is stupid too. I am not saying that Nintendo shit is not done. This shit is completely done.
Diver left.
Yeah, he left, nigga. It's not jumping in the nigga.
Fuck you, nigga.
I'm just saying.
Nigga, I'm trying to find out what my nigga at, man. Tell her.
Nigga, pay attention.
About you, nigga, if you wasn't here.
Nigga, pay attention to the podcast. Don't watch TV, roll over and be like, hey, we're Diver up. Nigga, no, nigga. We ain't even on Diver right now.
Wait a minute. Where is I just be worried about people, man. Where what's not he with his brother? He with his brother today?
Yeah, it's Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. He always with his brother. Yeah. But I see the difference. I know Microsoft needs me on Microsoft. Nintendo needs to get that smoke because it's dumb as fuck to lock memory behind a DRM. That's stupid. That's up there with that Metal Gear game where they was making you pay for an extra save slot. Stupid shit.
So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think it's necessary for that, or what's the intentions behind this? Because there's always
so you keep using this shit. That's why.
Always gotta be intentions. What are the intentions behind this? Is it necessary?
I'm wondering maybe it's something to deal with hackers or something, because didn't the Switch get hacked?
Yeah, but they already solved that problem by just bricking your Nintendo, nigga. As soon as if you get hacked, they'll break your shit. They already put in a patch for bricking shit. They'll break your shit out. So the niggas ain't playing. They're not like everybody else. Some niggas like, nigga, well, shit, you must don't want this motherfucker. Then you got me fucked up.
Sony wasn't really playing around with that shit either. It's Microsoft that was left themselves wide open trying to get the jump on the PS3.
True.
I guess it's supposed to be the future, man. They trying to do the future shit.
I mean, need that shit. Hey, it's gonna be as long as we keep accepting this bullshit, it's gonna keep on fucking happening, my nigga.
But truth be told, I think we had this conversation before. Even though we don't like DRM and shit like that, Microsoft owe it to the developers, because during the last generation, when everybody was pirating, including me, all these developers was saying something to Microsoft about trying to stop the pirating, and Microsoft was only protecting their own shit.
Damn, fam, don't incriminate yourself like that. Don't incriminate yourself like that.
Yeah, man, fuck all that. This ain't the first time. This ain't the first time I said I did some shit like that. So
real talk. Tell us some more. Tell us some more.
Why, you a fucking rat?
Yep. You just ratted on yourself.
Anyway, I said Microsoft owe this shit to the developers, because they owe them a makeup for not protecting them last generation. Even though I don't like the shit.
Wait, so what's the pros and the cons of this shit? Like, explain it. Do y'all know anything about the pros and the cons? Or go ahead, go first, Jay, if you have something on the other.
I'm looking for it now. It ain't no pro. I'm gonna just start by saying that. But one of the things that I was thinking about was, nobody is going to call Nintendo out on the shit for real. And if they do, Nintendo's not going to change their stance. Like Microsoft, they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. We'll fix it, change it, whatever, right? Nintendo, and they feel like as long as they're giving you that Mario, your ass gonna take whatever they give you, and you gonna like it.
Now hold on now, because Microsoft, they'll start out trying to be tough until everybody threaten to go buy PlayStations. Then they'll flip.
Right.
Nah, I mean, it's still some shit need to be fixed on all three consoles, my nigga. We shouldn't be paying for free-to-play games on Microsoft. Free-to-play shouldn't be behind the paywall. That's just super backwards, my nigga, and they still haven't fixed that shit. Sony, we still ain't able to change our names, and that nigga made a promise to us, and you best believe it's going to be a video, nigga, the day of PSX, if we ain't got our shit motherfucking being able to change. I don't even want the shit, because my name is motherfucking platinum awesome. People want my name. I got a friend named Keen Thrash 2 on my shit. This nigga hit me up like, damn, you got it before me. I'm like, yeah, wait, because I'm the one and only King. Nigga,
didn't they just do an update?
Can you change?
Didn't they just do an update?
Yeah, they did, but can you change your name?
They said it ain't really do nothing. It was just like
an update, which was strange. What? Which was strange because it was 6.0. Because it was whenever it's a 0.0, it's usually a big ass change.
That. I wanted to talk about that. They probably gonna.
Did they even tell anybody that update was coming?
No.
They put them in beta. So what I think is going on with this is either they allow more memory for the developers to use for the future, like exclusives. That's one thing, because they didn't give it a name this time. You remember they gave it like these Japanese names that meant whatever. They didn't give this firmware a name. So that's one thing.
So what the fuck did they put in beta then?
Hold on. Speaking of names, may I ask something real quick? From what I understand, the code name for the PlayStation 5 is the Kraken. Is that what it was?
Nah, that's what I heard. The Kraken.
Kraken. I wonder where the Kraken came from.
It's an actual beast.
You ponies come up with the craziest things, my nigga.
No, it was the Orbeus, wasn't it? I thought it was the Orbeus.
No, that's the damn, isn't the Orbeus
I don't know what it is, tell you too.
The Orbeus.
The VR. What is that? Wasn't the code name for the VR back then?
Morpheus, yeah. Project Morpheus.
Morpheus was a headset.
No, that was the it was Orbis or something like that. But Morpheus is for the VR.
Yeah, but the PS5 is the Orbeus. That's the
Rome. No. It's been proven to be fake.
Oh, it's been proven fake.
Yeah,
I figured as much.
Yeah.
So what's the good side of this Nintendo shit though? Like, what's the good side of that shit?
All right, so there isn't anything that's good for it. You talking about the whole like signing in?
No, I mean, just period. I mean, it got to be something good. They're not going to just make you. They're not going to say, "Hey, we got an online service and we got nothing but bad news about it." They're not going to fucking do that shit. They have to be something that goes along with the shit. Like, what does it come with?
That's what I'm saying. The thing that it comes with, and I'll read it off to you. The things that it comes with is cloud saving, and that's pretty much it. They say that it's you get to play with your friends online, right? Mm-hmm. They'll give you just like what do you call it? The PlayStation Plus. They'll give you some NES and some future Super NES games that they'll give you like once a week or once a month or whatever the case is. You got the cloud data save. It doesn't work with Splatoon or Pokemon for some reason, but whatever. It has dedicated smart app and exclusive offers to members. That's it. There's nothing else.
The only
So the same thing as PS Plus?
No.
Why not?
It's really because
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
I think after a while, if you don't sign in, you lose your cloud saves.
You said what?
After a while, I think you lose your cloud saves if you don't log in or whatever.
If you don't log in within a week, you lose your cloud saves to only the NES games, though, right?
I guess
I can't. No one can find anything. I can't find shit.
They snuck that shit in there, boy.
Hey, fellas, I gotta roll out.
All right, for sure.
And you wouldn't have that problem, I guess.
All right, everybody, this your boy Lincoln Clay. Get on out of here. They made my girl about to fuck with this firewall.
Firewall.
Yeah, I turned around.
She got them firewall. I didn't get it, nigga. I didn't get it. He don't get it. You heard it.
You do realize I'm not muted, baby.
Oh damn, she not muted. Oh God, I meant it. Hey, are you trying to say they're not firewalls, then, nigga? I mean, I'm just saying, nigga. I mean, sound like a compliment to me, nigga. I mean,
you're leaving us to go deal with those walls. It must be good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I turned her out though, but shit, I now you got the chat laughing and shit. Hey, y'all motherfuckers, hey, forget everything y'all heard. Everybody in the chat, forget what the fuck you heard.
Nigga, these videos are saved, bro. It's like they come back
they archives, cuz unlike Nintendo saves.
Oh, low blow, low blow.
Hey, too soon. Damn.
I mean,
no, it ain't.
I prefer
no, it ain't. He hit it right at the right time. Nintendo.
Y'all niggas know how I am, my nigga. I always stand by Nintendo, so I'm gonna have to say this right here, nigga. Just say this.
Damn, Henny.
This is all I'm gonna say, nigga. This is what I'm gonna say, and this is it, nigga. None of y'all niggas like Nintendo any goddamn way, nigga. And Nintendo niggas don't play online any fucking way. What games they gonna play, nigga?
Damn.
Real shit.
I love Nintendo, man. I love Nintendo, bro.
Niggas don't give a fuck about this shit. Even Nintendo niggas not gonna give a fuck about this shit.
From what I understand, they are using this service exclusively for the cloud saving because there's no like hard drive or any kind of memory shit.
Wait. So let me ask this then. So if you miss your check-in, right? Then what happens? What do you need to do to regain this shit, or can
you just lose your sales? You lose your saves. I gotta look into. I'm thinking that they're gonna give out weekly games, and if you don't check in, you use your saves for the games that you didn't play, or the ones that already went out and the new ones came in, or something like that. I don't know. I gotta see. It's weird as fuck. I gotta check this shit out because it's weird as fuck.
Yeah, man. That's where Nintendo is hurting the most on memory, man. That's why they hurt the most on memory.
Handheld, yeah, they fucked up on that part.
Yeah,
but I don't see anything about that though.
That's the thing. They
$20 a year though. $20 a year. That ain't half bad. $20 a year. That's not half bad.
But again, you don't have the content to be charging that much to me.
I mean, that's what
you got a point.
They're giving you Nintendo games and SNES games, though, right?
Yeah, but most of the people want to buy it.
Not Super Nintendo, not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet, but NES games, and then they're gonna sooner or later gonna give out Super Nintendo games.
And these 30-year-old games, Thraz, these are 30-year-old games.
And we pay for games. Hey, we paying more for Games Pass. We paying more for Games Pass though. You know
we are.
You paying more for Games Pass. You know what I'm saying? And what they giving you? Some indie games, and then their games. Like it's even worse than the indie games.
But they're not 30 years.
Worse than the indie games. Like they own Games Pass. Like you realize that Microsoft's AAA games that they put on Games Pass is worse than they motherfucking indie games. You know what I'm saying? Like
all them AAA games no more. That's how bad they are.
I mean, I understand Forzas and shit like that, and even Quantum Break, but I see it's like all they giving you is some petty ass shit for the price they're giving it to you for. If Microsoft can do it and get away with it, let Nintendo do it. I mean, it's only aimed at Nintendo niggas. I mean, I fuck around and get it just to play some Super Mario, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or some shit, you know, like that I can't play on that shit on the toilet. Status levels of boo-boo and tissue and gaming.
You play everything on the toilet. Nigga,
got online to it too, though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all. I know that shit. That save shit is bad, and I don't stand by that shit at all, nigga. And I would not support it if it's that bad. But at the same time, I mean, it's for Nintendo niggas. It's like Xbox shit. That Games Pass, that's for Xbox niggas. PlayStation, that's for every gamer, nigga. The real ones who's awake. Because I'm a pony, nigga.
If they, you know what? If they had some type of external memory, it wouldn't be that bad. If they had some type of memory, because that memory they got in that shit is terrible. If they had some type of memory for, I think it wouldn't be that bad. As long as I can come back to it, you know what I mean? So
yeah, but I yeah. What's up, Titanfall? My bad, Money. I saw her name in this.
No, go ahead.
I Touretted her name out, nigga. What's up, Titanfall? Like, my bad, nigga. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hey, Titanfall, no, sweetie.
What's up, Ace? Hey, whatever you want, you put on too much cologne or something. Cause like go outside and do a couple spins, cause I could just smell your shit, Ace. Cuz like, do your shit, cuz. Nigga, that's what you call cyber hacking. The smells of the stankness. Another topic these niggas came up was, have y'all heard that? Y'all know about the Eminem beef between him and MGK?
What about it?
Eminem and who?
And MGK. Yeah. That nigga came out with the kill shot today. Y'all heard that shit?
I heard it. He was real tame. He was tame. He was tame as hell.
Hey, he didn't have to go hard, nigga. That nigga was saying some, he was just nigga. That nigga was like, nigga, as long as I'm Slim Shady, you gonna be my shadow, my nigga. That nigga
it's a couple of people you don't battle with, and Eminem is one of them.
Yeah, that's one of them. He took it easy. You can tell he took it easy.
He took it real easy on them.
He could tell he took it easy on him and still murked his ass. To me, at least to me.
What'd you say, Roy?
I will say.
We over here
whenever you're ready, Princess. You said,
Did he say what I think he said?
You said what?
We out here talking about white on white crimes and shit.
Hey, those are the best crimes to talk about, nigga. I mean,
those are the ones that don't make it.
Very, very rare.
Hey, I'm just bringing up the topics
that
were actually.
It ain't rare. That shit ain't rare.
Well, why don't we
crimes happen a lot?
No,
hell yeah. They just don't go on to the news.
Yeah,
that's all.
They just don't go to jail. They don't go to jail much.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying. They get pleaded. They get not guilty or pleaded insanity for no reason. You ever notice that shit on the news? You ever notice that shit on the news that every time white people kill people, they be like, "Oh, he has mental problems." But any other race, it's like they're thugs. You see that thug kill
yeah, bro.
Every time, bro.
50
every time. Hey man, I don't know if y'all heard about them shootings in Cincinnati that happened like 2 days down. That's the same thing they told about the dude here. Talking about he had mental problems. I'm so tired of that shit, man.
Yeah, nigga, everybody got mental problems, I guess. Nigga.
You damn right. Everybody, especially black.
Somehow they getting
and they get mad. And they get mad. People say, man, white people crazy. Why we gotta be crazy? Y'all got mental problems, apparently. None of us got mental problems.
Yo, so did you
what's up?
Everybody has mental problems.
So did you guys hear about the guy that got like accidentally like killed by a cop?
Oh,
yeah, he was on his bachelor.
Yeah, in his house. That lady cop,
yeah.
In his house. Hey, it had to be. They had to be fucking her or something. I don't know what. Something had to go on with that.
Did you hear what happened though?
No, tell us.
Yeah, speak.
They were like, they found weed, so I guess that makes him guilty of something.
Oh shit! Right now,
so all of a sudden, because I saw a picture of them, both of them posing. So
yeah, bro, he was hitting her, bro.
He smashed that.
Exactly. So now you're saying, you're saying they found weed in his house after she shot him. What's the point of that?
Because he's a thug. He's a thug.
But you know what though? Didn't they try to like drug test the dead body? Like that shit crazy.
Can you?
I swear to God, bro. They said they was trying to drug test his dead body, but they wouldn't drug test the cop that shot him.
Hey, the excuse is the cop thought that she was in her own house. How do you walk into somebody else's house, right, and then not immediately know that you're not in your own house? This nigga house wasn't exactly like your house, nigga. You don't got no blunts on your bitch. You don't got that brown coffee table, you dumb bitch. You don't got that busted ass African rug. Like, what the fuck? You don't got door beads, bitch. You don't got door beads.
I went to a parking lot, right, and mistook somebody else's car for mine before. I've done that, but I've never done that with my crib and shit.
Yeah, but it has to look. It has to look so similar.
Yeah, there's no way that you're scared. That you're scared and got your gun out, and you're like, "Get out of my house! Get out of my house!" And I'm like, "Bitch, wait a minute! Get out of your house, bitch! Like I was just fucking you the other day, bitch! Like how the fuck?" Like, I don't see none of your weird ass BDSM shit that you have in your house here right now, nigga. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? I got Kool-Aid in the refrigerator, bitch. Check the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like,
he has some jerk chicken in the refrigerator.
Video. See, video.
He has spices.
Video. The floor plans were the same. They were exactly the same. When you open somebody's door, no matter if the floor plans exactly the same, nobody lives exactly the same. And nigga, especially a black man versus a white woman, nigga. That's just too many differences, dog.
When she walk in the door,
you walk in the door, you gonna smell a difference, nigga. Like
a nigga lives here, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Straight up, nigga. Is that a PlayStation on nigga? Is that dirty clothes on the floor, nigga?
Like niggas,
it don't even gotta be.
Is that 2K? Is that 2K on the floor?
Cause you understand this video, cause like even if it's not black and white, if it's man and woman, men and women live two separate, different motherfucking ways, my nigga. Real shit. Fold they napkins, nigga. Have you ever folded a napkin, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, napkin folded ass. Have you ever folded a nigga? Do you reload? Nigga, do you got perfume in your house? Do you have toenail polish and shit on your rug, nigga? Do you? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, women and men.
Diver does.
No, Diver probably does, nigga. There's no way that you just. What you mean if you open the door and immediately shoot and not realize? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's messed up.
She got pictures with this nigga. She got pictures. What the fuck? What if he was? What the fuck? How do you take the fourth floor? Even going up to the fourth floor, you know it's different. Before you get to the door, you know it's different. The door number on the door is different. Nigga, you on the fourth floor, so your neighbors' houses and doors and welcome mats is different, nigga. You can't tell me that.
Do they live in the same area?
Same, man.
Do they live in the same area? Like
they live in the same building.
Same building. That's why she mistook his for hers.
Yeah.
That's an excuse.
Because there's no way. I've never been that tired.
There's no way.
Yeah,
that's common sense.
I've worked 14-hour shifts before. I've never been that tired.
Yeah, I've
never been that tired to where I can't tell my own crib from somebody else.
There's no way.
And the bitch was accurate.
The thing to you is your own crib, cuz.
Now she promised herself that the other night she saw Shaniqua leaving.
She saw Shaniqua leaving. Yeah, real shit.
She promised I'm gonna kill his ass. You know.
Yep.
He fucked her and left her alone.
And that bitch keep her promises, nigga.
Yeah.
And she got mad.
I'm gonna shoot your ass. And she meant that shit.
Exactly.
Dead man can't talk. So it's tough, man. It's a tough situation. We're making light of it, but damn.
But what this black dude doesn't realize is this white girl got mental problems.
That's what it is. That's what it is. She got mental problems. She was a cop, nigga. Mental problem status.
Yeah, she got that mental problem. She ain't know
this shit just happened too often, man. That's for me. It's crazy.
It's not even. I think it's not even a crime. I don't think it's a cop killing another nigga though. I think it's that it was some kind of sexual thing going on. Some kind of yeah. I don't think it was one of those.
Crime of passion, because this was.
But you know, black people, man, we don't take it as that because we've been going through this shit for so long. So we that's what we gonna think off rip, like.
Yeah, I mean, but I seen white people go through it. I mean, it's the cops, bro. The way I figured it, it's the cops, nigga. I mean, we mostly they fuck with niggas because that's the favorite thing to fuck with. But I seen these niggas fuck with white people, Asians. All that shit, nigga. It's these cops. They need to do some shit about these. Like, not bad. I'm just saying they need to retrain these niggas.
They gotta go through a vetting process because these cops be bullied, and then they be like, "I'm gonna get these niggas."
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they get that ID, as soon as they get that ID, and
that gun, cuz got that bash with that gun, it's a wrap.
They be like, "Where's Omar? I'm gonna shoot that nigga."
Where's Omar?
Omar Jamal. You know what I'm saying?
What else we got, nigga? Weed is illegal in Texas? Is it? Damn, it's a fucked up state. Jesus Christ. Guns are legal, but
weed
weed
about to be legal everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, I don't even smoke weed, but I know, damn, just make it legal and call it a fucking day. If alcohol is legal,
playing around.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's up, Day?
What's happening?
What's up, lemon chips, nigga? Hey, welcome all day to the podcast, nigga. Day is no longer the new nigga on the podcast. We got All Day Digital. He on everybody podcast, but you know what I'm saying? That nigga had to sign some paperwork and he just spelled his name wrong, nigga, on the application. So it took him some time to get here and shit. You know
my name is Lester.
Yeah. What's
going on, guys? You guys feeling all right on this Friday evening?
Lester.
I don't know how the fuck
What's going on, Lester?
This nigga Lester.
So funny.
This fucking guy Lester spelled his name with a PH. How the fuck did you get a PH? In Lester?
Well, I don't know, Thrash. You tell me.
Hey, it was LESPHTER. Nigga, like
Lester with a list.
Are you guys black?
Jesus, Lester.
I mean, I have this invite to this barbecue. I just don't know what to bring. I brought some potato salad with some raisins. I hope you guys enjoy.
Raisins? No, we're not white. We're black. Chicken.
I mean, you gotta expand your horizons. You know what I mean?
Y'all fooling, bro. Y'all fooling.
Hey,
brought
hey,
some
did you
peanuts
say-
too.
You said raisins, though. Okay? Like, I brought some raisins to the barbecue. Okay? Like, they're still, hey, are they still?
Don't be scared. They won't fall through the grill if you put a little foil under there. No, what's up, though, man? I'm just fucking around, man. I was waiting for one of you guys to start rapping.
Stop.
We can use you. We can use you. You can be
He
our
said we
spokesperson.
could use you. We could use.
Yeah. When shit
I
goes
mean,
down, somebody
I got my
to the
debit card. My mom had put some money on it earlier.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Want me to
police.
do
Now
something?
we're gonna need somebody to talk to
What's up,
police.
Daniel?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Nigga
we're
all day
crazy,
stupid as
bro.
fuck, God.
What y'all niggas
That
talking
nigga
about?
is
Now
stupid as
this
fuck. Nah, we talking about
round
it's the
table.
round table. It's Fridays at the round table, my nigga. We just talking about whatever, nigga. Like,
No, okay.
uh,
I ain't talking about that Eminem disc. What's up? What's going on?
which one? Yeah, we
Oh, we
was
just
on
talking
that for a
about
little
that.
bit.
I haven't heard it, man. Matter of fact,
Yeah, I haven't heard the
listen to it
song.
live and shit. I actually want to know what this shit's about because I heard the MGK. And I wasn't even. It was alright.
Eminem, I think Eminem got him.
Yeah, I mean, he
Machine
did. I mean, he got him by
Fuck
default.
with
I mean,
Eminem.
that's obvious. But you know, it's.
But I feel like
I watch a lot of battle rap, so you know that shit is kind of weak to me. But you know,
Mm.
for what it is, it's good. You know what I mean?
It was good.
people
He didn't need
He kept it radio. That's what Eminem did. He kept it radio.
He kept the PG-13. He didn't really go out his neck. He kind of just addressed everything MGK said, you know. But I want to. I mean, for me, for a nigga like me, like when you coming at somebody, bro, I want you to kill him. When I mean kill him, wrap up the body bag, toss in the river. Like I don't want. He shouldn't speak no more.
Yeah.
like old school.
He did what Lil J might call a courtesy call. He did a courtesy call rap. That's what he did. Courtesy call.
Yeah, but if
he let
it
him know,
feels
like, bro, you fucking with big time now. You know what I mean? So it was a courtesy call.
You have to check little nigga nuts real quick. You know what I mean?
You know what it is, too, though? Had a better beat behind it. It'd have been a lot better.
The beat wasn't that
But
bad.
what is it about, though?
What is it about? It was an okay beat.
What is it about, though? What
did he
do?
M wasn't M. He didn't obliterate this man.
No, he didn't.
It felt like he was definitely holding back, but for what reason? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. It was a courtesy call.
You see that interview, right? That interview, he said he don't want to make a nigga bigger than what he an enemy, so he don't want to make him too big. So maybe he didn't want to do the song.
It's already done though.
Yeah, but he didn't want to do it like extra. You know what I'm saying? Like put some extra. I don't know, nigga. I mean, that's just my thought.
Look, Thrash is never two without three. He already called his name out on Kamikaze. Then he made a whole song for the nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you might as well just keep it going. Hey, MGK, if you listen, and put out a record.
Nah, he might do it, but I don't think he can. He ain't gonna be able to go. He ain't gonna be able to last that long. Even with Eminem barely rapping against this nigga, like literally barely rapping.
Hey man, what's that girl name that Fat Joe fuck around with? I forgot her name. Man, that shit Remy Ma did. Oh my! Now that's storm in the body. That's a slaughter. God damn, that was a slaughter. Jeez, oh
that's
boy.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you do it. God damn.
That's because Remy old school, nigga. Like Remy, like M is too. That's why M got up in the game from battle rapping. So that's why I know he had to do it on purpose. Because that nigga will freestyle this nigga. All he had to do was go on a mic and freestyle. He didn't even have to write nothing.
Yeah, he would have killed me. He would have killed me.
It's on purpose. I just don't know why.
Maybe they trying to sell some records. You know what I mean? Get the little war started.
That's what it looked like. He's trying to be relevant, like more relevant. Like you doing that shit.
Is good publicity. Got his name ringing in the streets.
But the same thing happened with the same thing happened with Cardi B though. And but Cardi B was she was about it though. She was about it. She was gonna try to fuck her up.
Somebody who closed the side of her head though? That bitch had a lumpy lump, nigga.
Oh, one of the security. she had a horn and shit.
That bitch like she was an animorph. Remember that shit?
Nigga, hey, on me, nigga. Hey, I thought a baby gremlin. I thought she had a gremlin egg coming out of her head, nigga.
Yeah, you better tell Offset to stop nutting in her nose, nigga.
No, the security guard did it. The security guard fucked her up.
Yeah, the security guard fucked her up.
Yeah, he was like,
security guard.
Yeah. That nigga, that nigga earned this money. He was like, bitch, back the fuck up off me. I don't even know where you from. You Puerto Rican, bitch. What is you? Get your nose away from me, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm surprised. I'm surprised
like
nigga
hit that bitch with a full cup.
Hey, real, for real, closed fist with a ring, nigga. That nigga had his high school ring. You know, them motherfuckers ain't went to college and said you a bodyguard, college, nigga. That nigga had his high school ring on, nigga. The one they give to everybody.
That nigga hit her with a Kevlar coated cufflink.
Nigga, that nigga slapped him across the face with a broken ankle bracelet, nigga. Like just nigga, this top of her shit, nigga. Her shit was lumpy, nigga. Like nigga, her disfigured, nigga. She left that motherfucker disfigured, nigga.
Yeah, that nigga hit her with the R3 button and shit, bro. I'm telling you.
The R3 button, nigga.
Okay, y'all stop, please.
That nigga laid her ass down and just dropped a big ass base Xbox on the top of her.
Hey, look. Hey, man, somebody gonna send this to Cardi B. She would come look at it.
I'm just saying. I didn't know what happened.
She be like, I don't like y'all motherfuckers anyway.
She like, who the
he tried to impale it with the. Hey, he looked like he tried to impale it with the fucking Lori Salt fucking shaker.
Oh my
shit, God. Nigga. Tell you, man, that shit
she had that Metal Gear Solid horn and shit from Pain and shit.
Hey, on my mama. Hey, I paused that shit. I paused it. I looked close. Like, did you look close at that shit? Because you know she wear a lot of that face powder makeup. Cause like right. Nigga, that bump grew out of that motherfucker. It was the only
I'm trying to tell you, she was Venom Cardi.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble, man.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I heard when she got here, she was yelling Kodak. All she saw was flash. Bro. That shit crazy.
Hey,
someone hit her at the end of a Gatorade bottle.
On my mama though, nigga, Nicki Minaj, nigga. After that shit, she was acting like she did the shit. She was like, "Yeah, nigga, you see how that bitch look? Oh, you see how bitch you didn't even move? I ordered that shit, nigga. The fuck, nigga, I ordered that shit to be done, nigga."
She was nowhere close to her, yo. She never even got. She couldn't even. She's nowhere close.
As I'm saying, she was acting like it though, nigga. She was acting like she put in work and shit, nigga. She got home high as fuck. Yeah, that's what she mad about, my nigga. Yeah, real shit.
Shit flop.
Hey, when you get a lump like that, you just go home and go to sleep. Like, I'm about to go to bed.
Hey, you know what's dope? Austin, baby, what happened? Baby, what happened? She was like, you know, I'm about to lay it down. I'm about to lay it down. Baby, get something to eat? I'm gonna lay it down.
I'm gonna go lay it down. Put that bitch to sleep.
And nigga, she put one them half thawed pork chops on the top of her shit or something, nigga. She had to do something, nigga. Bag of peas or something, nigga. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all should have got this nigga started, man. Come on,
no,
man.
I mean, we can get onto this game. Hey, all day. You heard about? We was talking about this Nintendo shit, man. This Nintendo.
I knew you were talking about that garbage. What's up, man?
Nigga, I mean, I know you a Nintendo nigga, man. Like, well, me, nigga, I seen your top drawer, cause you had a grip of Nintendo boxes and shit. Like,
shit.
How you feeling about, you know what I'm saying, the whole DRM debacle on that shit, man?
Look, you know what I'm saying? I think, okay, this is my thing, right? I mean, I don't been like getting on my console when it's not online, period, anyway, right? But for you niggas to be focusing on some shit like this, when you ain't got no achievements, no regular native voice chat, this is what we doing? Worrying about niggas signing online once every 7 days to play some old ass shit? Oh man, you niggas got me fucked up.
Good shit.
This is why I say it's not like PlayStation. They're missing a lot of shit, yo. They don't got no Miiverse. They don't got no Netflix.
YouTube.
Yeah, Xbox. Hey, we got Xbox in the building.
My nigga, who got a Switch on the panel?
I stay with a Switch, nigga.
I got
who has a Switch on the panel next to them right now?
I do. Right now, me, nigga. What?
Turn it on, nigga.
Hold on. Call on my
Watch this. Watch this.
Watch this. Hey, where you at?
Like you about to do a magic trick or some shit.
Oh, hocus pocus.
Thrash ain't charging shit in about 6 months, man. Turn this shit on.
He on the phone.
Don't you know you live? What the fuck?
I could have swore I heard him saying something. He on the phone. I think he was on the phone.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
You're on the phone with the police, man.
I told you. Oh, you said he called the police. Don't do that to him.
Let me take it back. I didn't want to jinx this nigga, man.
Oh shit.
Bro, this shit crazy, bro. Nintendo worried about the wrong shit, dog. That's facts.
Man, you look like I said earlier, bro. You can't even wave at a motherfucker. You can't do shit.
That's what I'm about to prove my point. When you turn on your Switch, and I see my best friend online play Mario Kart.
Hold on. Okay. Now I'm ready, nigga. I forgot I was supposed to pick up my girl at 8, nigga. It's 7:56. I'm on some Kanye West time, nigga.
Go ahead.
What's up?
Go to your friends list.
You have to go pick her up.
How you do that?
Go home, nigga.
I don't got Nintendo friends. Them niggas weird as fuck. Cause them niggas call you in the middle of the night.
My point is, if you was to go to your friends list on Nintendo Switch right now, you cannot interact with no one. You can just look at how many hours the nigga been on the game.
Oh yeah, that's it. No, you can't even see that, nigga. All you see is how many days on, nigga. I got one nigga 4 days ago, one nigga 7 days ago. I got one nigga that got a crying emoji, and that motherfucker saying gave up on it, nigga. I don't know what that means.
You know what I'm saying? So why am I logging into the online server so much if I can't interact with nobody?
Hey, I don't know. I mean, maybe
tell me I gotta pull out my phone every time I get on the Switch.
Hey, but nigga, do you want to interact with Switch niggas? Like, they gonna say like dumbass. They gonna say dumb shit like, hey, whenever they. Hey, nigga, when they beat you in Mario Kart, they gonna be like Luigi stare, nigga. Like, you see my Luigi stare, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Princess Peach. Like, how can you talk shit during a Nintendo game, nigga? Like, nigga, you see how I am with Princess, nigga.
Put a whole bunch of death emojis.
Like, what the fuck, nigga? Hey, you see my me, nigga? Nigga, I said, do you see my me, nigga?
You know what
like,
you do? You go to your me. You hurry up and go to your me, create a character, and you make the eyebrows mean. That's what you do.
Hey, that's what automatically, nigga. Automatically, nigga. My shit nothing, nigga. And then they got on all black, like he about to rob somebody. Status, nigga.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Nintendo tripping though, and then how much is 20 a year, right?
You say what? No, yeah, 20 a year. They ain't bad. 20 a year ain't bad, dog.
But you ain't getting shit, so it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't. I mean, shit. Same thing with Games Pass. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting shit.
But what about your cloud save? So after, if you don't log in for how many days, you lose
a week. You lose your SNES.
No. The cloud save.
That's crazy.
7 days.
The cloud save. The cloud save is what your subscription is, right?
They looked at the tape. You know you did in 7 days. You gonna look at the tape.
Hey, but keep talking though, nigga. I'll be back.
Oh shit!
After that,
I was supposed to pick up. I was supposed to pick up the wife, nigga.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was supposed to be there at 8, nigga. I told her ass I'm gonna give her a rematch. I didn't give her none last night, nigga. I was too busy Spider-Man and sleep and shit. That's it, nigga. She was just sitting there. She was like, I was all sexy and shit. You don't remember how I hit y'all niggas up last night, nigga? She's like, you gonna hit up your homies and shit. You see me all looking sexy. You gonna hit up your homies and shit. I'm like, bitch, shut your ass up. You know, like I was on the game. Now you ain't getting nothing. I'm going to sleep. Now what? Nah, but I gotta pick her up though.
Yeah, go ahead.
She ready to smack on y'all and Tekken. That's the real reason why, my nigga. But all right, nigga, I'll be back. Give me like 10 minutes. All right.
That's gonna be more than 10 minutes, y'all. That's gonna be about 20.
I ain't left yet, nigga. Don't be talking behind my back.
That's gonna be 20, my nigga.
Nah, yeah. Hey, 10 black minutes, nigga. I mean, 10. Now, how about this, nigga? 10 down table minutes, nigga. Y'all niggas.
That's gonna be
2 hours, man.
That's about 2 hours, nigga. That's about 2 hours. Nah, I'll be back though. I don't know if y'all can. I'm gonna be listening. I'm gonna see if how y'all niggas do. You know what I'm saying? Unless all day get on his white boy voice and the nigga Jay start talking about Nintendo, nigga. Nah, I'll be back.
Yeah. Just take some more I guess some more answers from the what's the name?
Somebody brought up Battlefield earlier in the chat. I told him we was gonna talk about it. I mean, I don't know in particular. Did anybody play it? Like, what y'all think about it?
Play what?
Battlefield
5.
I played with your ass. It was cool.
Yeah, I know. I mean, nigga, I'm just saying. I'm talking about the everybody else.
Oh,
like what they think about it.
Mixed reviews about that, man. I haven't played it myself because I didn't pre-order, but I've been hearing mixed reviews. You don't got
a free demo. It's a free demo, little bro.
Yeah, it's free. I mean, it was, but the beta gone now.
Oh damn! It so is. It so is. Yeah. Hey, I played it. It's Battlefield. I can tell you one thing, man. It seemed like the people that worked on Battlefield 1, it don't seem like the same people worked on it, man. I don't know what the fuck they did to it.
I'm about to break it. I'm break it to you when you finish talking. You keep going.
No, go ahead. That's all I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead,
the mechanics, bro. That's what it is. The mechanics are totally different from any Battlefield we've ever played. Like, they got the ammo depots and shit and the health depots, but it's almost like, why are we using medics and ammo niggas if y'all got the shit already set on the motherfucking stage? Like, it kind of defeats the purpose and, playing a class. The only reason you would play the class now would be for the weapons. So they're going to have to change that.
I think the reason why they did that is because recently when motherfuckers play medics, they ain't trying to revive nobody. Run the fuck off. Like, how you gonna medic and you gonna revive nobody, man? Like, you know what I mean? I think that's what it is. Motherfuckers who play their class don't do their job and shit. It's fucking shit up. So
niggas still don't revive you, though. Anybody can do it.
That's that new age shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that ain't no teamwork. It ain't no teamwork at all when you play that shit.
back in the PS3 era, you had it worked for some reason. I don't know what happened now. Like these fucking new people, I don't know what the fuck they do.
Me neither.
They don't know how to play no Battlefield, bro.
They don't know how to play shit, man. But Fortnite.
Yep, Fortnite. Low key.
I just feel like they didn't add enough change to the game. You know what I mean? Like, when I play Battlefield,
you struck a nerve all day. You know I'm a Battlefield whore.
I know, but I know you like what you like, and everybody else that like Battlefield is a fan of that series. But for me, I'm like, man, I feel like you motherfuckers have no passion behind it. I feel like you didn't even try. You just gave us some newer, older guns. We out there shooting shit. I mean, they're not really bringing nothing new to the table. You know what I mean? No new the new mechanics, but the building shit, like, who gives a fuck about that?
It's a lot of new mechanics.
Why did they slip to World War II and shit? Or what is it? Is it World War II? World War I?
That's what I was just trying to say. Like, man, do you think people is like, because we've been playing all year, this last year, we playing World War II for Call of Duty. And I'm hoping that don't have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? You think so? I was thinking, I was like, damn, we just got through with World War II.
You know, in Call of Duty, they kind of lead, even though niggas talk a lot of shit about Call of Duty, it's still heavily influenced in the game industry. So a lot of people try to follow their suit, follow their lead. You know, Halo, Battlefield. You know, that's just what it is. But I feel like
they're trying to take that clientele.
Yeah, they're trying to get them fans over there to their side. But I feel like your Battlefield, you don't need to do that. People come to your game because they know what we're getting. We get a big open battlefield. We get to shoot it out. Vehicle combat, all types of shit. Destructible environments. That's what we want to do. But I feel like I don't know why all these first-person shooters are skipping over modern day. That's what I don't get.
I don't get it.
We haven't been back to modern day.
You know what it is? They move too slow. That's what. Well, I think Call of Duty is modern day now, but they move too slow.
Call of Duty is. Well, you talking about Black Ops 4?
Yeah.
It's a little futuristic.
It is. It's set between Black Ops 2 and 3. That's what they said. It was.
It ain't World War II. I think they move too slow. So like the trend, because they just kept doing futuristic shit. It was like, okay, let's go back for nostalgia reasons, and then they did that, and that kind of worked. but nobody really wanted that. You know what I mean? Because they looked at the numbers, slow down or whatever.
I might be saying something controversial, man, but I think we reaching our limits as far as like first person shooters. You can only do so much. You know what I mean? The first person.
No, bro, you on point with that, bro. You on point with
I
that.
don't think you're reaching.
I mean, you aim and you shoot. At the end of the day, it's hard to like do like major, any kind of major like overhaul of a first person shooter.
Yeah, because what can you do? Like you shooting a gun, like what can you do that'll change the game?
Last time a game did something different with first person shooting, BioShock. You know what I mean? But that's not like an online kind of shooter. And then
what was different about it?
Like BioShock had
what was different about it?
Powers and all kinds of shit. Like it wasn't like a simple gun. It was like a ray gun, or you can call out bees and shit. You know what I mean? Like there's just little things that can do, but there's only so much you can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say this. I would say the direction that first person shooter should go is what the fuck is it? Is Dying Light. Make it totally immersive that way.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Have they done?
I mean, they don't gotta be running off. They don't have to be running up on walls and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that parkour shit. But they need more immersion rather than just holding the gun and shit like that. And that's it. Like show the character climbing the ladders and show the character, when they land. And you see them kind of like hit the ground with their hands and shit like that. Like show all the little details and shit.
Well, Battlefield 5 is doing that now. That shit you talk about, like it's showing them getting out the tank and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
Like landing.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, Fram, you know what what's scaring me is that, like I said, the Battlefield 1 they hit such a high note with that. Like now it's like, what the fuck? They hit a very high note with Battlefield 1. So now I'm just go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, especially with the mechanics. Like at first, you know how it come when they first come out. It's not 100%, but like give it a couple months. That Battlefield 1 got the best mechanics in the Battlefield series to me.
Yeah, and I'm not even a first-person shooter guy.
In that game.
I would say my favorite first-person shooter is Killzone 2, and the reason why is because it was just like it wasn't just like aim and shoot. You had to really learn how the guns work and shit like that. You know what I mean? Each gun felt way different from the other. And I feel like that doesn't happen nowadays.
Yeah, mine was Resistance 3. I don't know if it's just that game, but that first-person shooter game that got me. That had everything for me. Because I like where you know how you can build on a gun and it can do other things later on in the game.
That's what I like. Yep. Yeah.
I wonder why they haven't thought about making a John Wick game, man. That should be dope as fuck.
Oh my god. Wick is I can't wait for part 3 to come out. That fucking man is something else.
But I don't know how you're gonna get out of this.
Huh?
I don't know how you're gonna get out of that.
No, that's story. All right, guys. This is Island Nassau about to sign out. Big Money, nice hearing from you. Asian Gambit, nice hearing from you. And the new guys, I have not met. Hope to catch up with you guys next week. It's been nice. Peace out.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. I'll take it easy, bro.
Peace out.
And the new white guy, we need you, man. New Spurs person.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's actually too good, man. That voice is too good.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I was like, damn,
you've been practicing. You've been practicing, bro.
I'm practicing what? That's just who I am, guys.
I couldn't do that shit if I wanted to.
Hey, do you guys like mac and cheese with hot dogs in circular shape?
I bet you that's the voice he used before he get the interview.
Oh,
on the phone, yes, that's the voice. Yeah,
they be mad as hell. Yeah, they be like, "This is bait and switch."
No problem.
What time do I start? 10:30. I'll be there at 6. See you later.
All right, sir.
See you later.
Cream sugar.
Oh shit, that was good, bro.
What do you want?
Hey man, have anybody seen some of the gameplay from Blackout? Somebody tell me that Blackout is really good for Call of Duty.
I've been playing it.
I did.
Is it good?
I like
it.
I mean, if you like Battle Royale, I'm sure you will like it. But if you're not really into it, you probably won't.
Yeah, I don't like Battle Royale.
I would say from what I could see, it's like PUBG, but a little less silly, or less silly, not a little, but a little less silly. No frying pans or anything like that.
They ain't trying to get sued over that, cuz they ain't trying to get sued over frying pans.
What I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's real. But I will say this: it runs way better because it runs at 60 or near 60, around the fucking 60. You know what I'm saying? Versus like a sub 30 frames per second game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, it looks like they're making a comeback just for that part.
That's what I was looking at. I was like, damn.
I don't know, man. Honestly, when the game come out, I ain't gonna be fucking with that Blackout shit like that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not gonna buy it. I just heard that it was good though.
I'm gonna be on multiplayer and zombies. That Blackout shit, that shit just gonna be there.
I'm not even sure. I personally, man. I ain't probably gonna copy it. There's just too many games this year. There's just too many games coming up for that nonsense. I'm kind of Call of Duty'd out.
Yeah.
Plus, no campaign, cuz
yeah.
I have a ritual to it, cuz I have a ritual to playing Call of Duty. I would put the game in, play through the entire motherfucking campaign within about 6-7 hours. You know what I'm saying? And then a few hours or a few days later, hop on multiplayer and stay on that for a couple months.
Yeah.
And they fucked up my routine, so fuck all that. And like I haven't seen none of the zombie shit, but I'm also kind of zombied out. That's usually my favorite shit on Call of Duty. And now I'm kind of bored of it too. Like,
that is really surprising. Yeah, I didn't know you was bro. Damn.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with it this year, man. I mean, plus 2019 is gonna break my wallet, cuz I need to space this shit out. Do you know February or March? Do you know the amount of money I'm gonna have to drop just between those 2 months next year?
Bruh, I'm already going into the rent.
What games are you dropping?
What
games are you dropping?
The first 3 months of next year, right? We got Sekiro, we got Devil May Cry, we got Days Gone, we got and what else we got? We got a whole bunch of other shit too. Like I can't even remember them all.
Kingdom Hearts, Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2.
Don't forget Crackdown. We got Crackdown, Anthem.
Bruh, that's like $300-400 right there, bro.
I'm saying, bro, there's a lot of games like coming out in the first 3 months of next year. Metro. God damn.
I want to get one game. I'm getting one game, and that's fucking Days Gone, man. I don't know what it is.
2 remake?
Yeah, you ain't gonna get Resident Evil. You don't like it Resident Evil?
Too many, cuz.
I know what to expect from Resident Evil, so I'll get something that I don't know, and then I'll pick up Resident Evil later.
And Samurai Showdown coming out too, cuz. Come on, man. It's just too many. Is
anybody getting Tomb Raider? I'm sorry, little bro. Go ahead.
I'm alright with that Tomb Raider for now.
That shit getting gamified. I ain't buying that shit.
Damn.
Onimusha remake. I'm not gonna front. I'm a big Onimusha fan, but the Onimusha remake doesn't. I mean, the remaster don't look that hot. I'm sorry. Just be real with it. I was way more impressed with the Resident Evil remake than I am with the Onimusha.
No, because they didn't even try it. They didn't remaster it. They didn't even remake it. They didn't do shit. Basically, they just remade it and put it out there. I wanted Onimusha 3. That's what I wanted.
But I feel like they're doing this just to like get the wheels moving for the new one.
That's what they're gonna start doing.
But that's how I feel about it, because that's how we getting all these Resident Evil shit. Oh, y'all like bringing
but you can't half-ass it.
Here it is. You know what I mean? Oh,
you can't half-ass it though. You know what I mean?
Right. I just feel like Resident Evil is such a big name compared to Onimusha and what I'm saying, Devil May Cry. Even though like they're big names too, like they're probably some of the biggest Capcom titles, Onimusha and Devil May Cry, but Resident Evil actually created those two franchises if you think about it. Which is crazy now they're using the Resident Evil engine to make those two games. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Resident Evil is more popular.
That's supposed to be the first. That's supposed to be in a Resident Evil gun. I mean, Resident Evil 2, wasn't it? The first Devil May Cry.
Yeah, the first Devil May Cry originally they was making Resident Evil 2, and they went overboard with it, and they decided to make it a whole different game. Yeah. Same, which is the same thing with this Sekiro. Sekiro, if y'all didn't know, is also Tenchu. It's supposed to be original.
It's supposed to be Tenchu.
Yeah,
I knew about that.
And so much shit to it, they decided to make another game, just like how they did Capcom.
You know what? They should have left the Tenchu. It would have sold way more.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Honestly, I'm kind of burnt out on From Software's games. I really am.
Yeah. No, I'm hyped as fuck for Sekiro, man. I like the from what the presentation as far as the combat's concerned. I'm digging that shit. The whole idea of it's basically a game of parries. You got to parry your opponent attack until they get weak enough to where there's an open point, and then you fucking kill them. It's basically the whole combat's based off of parries, nothing else. Parries and
no, I mean, and I'm fine with that. I kind of don't like the art style, to be honest with you.
Really? I can see a lot of potential in it, man. I can see a lot.
It doesn't look as it doesn't look as saturated as I want it.
Yeah, maybe once the game come out, we'll see the Puddlegate shit.
Yeah, we'll definitely
who on the panel picking up Tomb Raider on Black Friday, man?
Ain't nobody.
I'm just wondering.
Who's trying to peddle Tomb Raider? Who's peddling Tomb Raider?
Man.
Well, I don't know, man. I know. I say about $10-15, bro. That's what I do.
No, I was such a huge fan. I said this before in other podcasts. I was such a huge fan of Tomb Raider. When they gave the rights up to Crystal Dynamics, I was already done with that franchise. Because Crystal Dynamics, they don't know what the heart was of Tomb Raider. They don't get it. They haven't gotten it since they had it.
Think about it, bro. Like back in the day, Tomb Raider 1 through 3, right? No fucking story, no narrative, no.
Oh no, it did. I'll break it up. I'll break it down for you. But it was a story.
But
I'll tell you what
it wasn't like
I'll let you finish.
It wasn't a narrative like now. You know what I mean?
I don't want it though. But the narrative that they had.
But that's what I liked about it. I like the no HUD. I like the adventure. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna jump on this. Let's see if I break my fucking neck or I get.
Go ahead. I'll be right back.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. The how you say it? Like the mysteriousness of it. That's what I like. The adventure.
It was very ambient.
Right. It pulled you in. It was very immersive. Now I just feel like it's just just trying to copy Uncharted. And let's not.
It really is though.
Gunplay is horrible.
But I keep telling people that, like, okay, so the things that made Tomb Raider what it was the platforming. That's what it really boiled down to. The platforming is what made it. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but they had a very cinematic presentation. The camera work. A lot of people don't know, like, when it came to like old games, the camera was rigid. But when the camera like panned around, it slowly came to a stop. It slowly did this. It didn't just all of a sudden just stop. And it was made to feel like it was like a movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a very cinematic. Then she had a little acrobatics on top of it or whatever the case is. And it was really heavy in animations. But these new Tomb Raiders don't feel it's automated. All of it's automated, and then she's weak as shit. And she don't know how to do pistols, so fuck them.
Yeah, that gunplay is trash.
What y'all talking about?
Tomb Raider. The old Tomb Raider versus the new one.
Yeah, that's bad, man. But what's happening to it, though, man? I don't know.
Tell me,
they need to give it back to the old people.
Or Adios?
No, it was core design back then.
Core design. That was developers.
Yeah, but
what about Crystal Dynamics?
That was publisher.
I don't like them. No, Crystal Dynamics is.
But they
Crystal Dynamics are the new people.
You didn't like the first reboot?
No, they didn't know.
It was all right. It wasn't that bad.
They didn't know. They didn't know, but they fucked up on animations and action. There's a lot of stuff that they fucked up on.
It just felt like I was playing a video game. It didn't feel like I was playing Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Right.
You know the only thing that I miss on that, I don't understand why they take away both of her guns. I don't understand that.
It's an origin story. That's why.
But in the second,
I can see that in the first game, but the second and third game,
I know this is the longest origin story of all time. This shit's irritating, yo. I swear to God.
Become a Tomb Raider. Shit crazy.
It's an origin story, but she 42. What the fuck?
Dog, I'm like, how long is this shit gonna last? Like, how much transformation she's gonna have? And then she was never like that. And then, I used to like shooting them fucking endangered species. Like I used to, honestly, I used to get real shit. You ever play like the old Tomb Raiders? You sitting there keeping up.
Can't wait to fuck me up a
You sitting there, bro. The fucking Chinese one. You fucking walk up.
You gotta be a Chinese one, yeah.
All those stripes and shit. No, you walk up in there, right? And you sitting there, okay, I think that I'm alone. And then all of a sudden, you be like, oh shit, yo, it was mad jump scares in that old Tomb Raider, yo. That be shook, yo. And it was almost like a survival horror game a little bit with the jump scares, but they don't do that no more.
Birds and that shit.
Huh?
You remember the birds and shit, like the crows and shit in that game? I fucking hate
Oh yeah, they fucking get stuck in your fucking hair and shit, or whatever the fuck it was doing. I remember the first time. They wanted me to cross a bridge or a chasm, or a fucking gap, whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't think, for some reason in my head when I was that young, I was like, I don't think she can die from the fall. She'll just get hurt. So all of a sudden, they had a death animation for everything that you could possibly die from. So I fucking ran and jumped. Missed that whole shit. She screamed, ah, poof. I was like, oh shit.
Hey, let me
it was crazy.
You know what it is? Maybe Tomb Raider, maybe Lara Croft has exceeded her limit in gaming life. You know what I mean? Maybe her days are no, real shit. No, real shit if you think about it, right? Like when you think of Lara Croft, even though she looks animatedly better than now than she ever did before, but when we think Lara Croft, we think of the PS2 version, right? Right. PS1, PS2 version. We never think about the new one anymore.
No.
Right? If I bring up Lara Croft, that's the pyramid titties is the one you're thinking of. Right?
Yep.
You're not thinking about the new one. That's what I feel like. I feel like maybe she's not, her name don't carry the same amount of weight it did 10 years ago, 10, 15
That's because it doesn't have an identity.
It just feels generic as fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Just playing
it just
what are you playing? A game.
Is that what's happening to Halo Chief too, y'all? Is that the same thing happening to Halo Chief?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. It is. They took away the once they gave. See, that's why you don't ever take a franchise and give it to somebody else. That soul is gone. When they gave that shit to 343,
trash.
They didn't get that. They get the essence of Halo. They didn't get it. They didn't know how to. They didn't understand it. It's not about jumping or whatever.
When this podcast is over, I'm gonna send y'all a link. It's you guys fucking what's his name? Crobat or whatever his name is. He does a lot of videos like old games versus new ones, like the old counterpart.
I think I probably bumped into it, honestly. I think
they only make videos like once every 3 months, 4 months, but they be getting millions of hits. So he did one where it was 343 versus that development team versus Bungie with Halo.
Yeah.
Oh, the graphics. Yeah, I think I've seen that.
It wasn't the graphics. No, it wasn't the graphics. He was just talking. All he did was compare the motivations and execution between developers. Like he would just take clips of 343 interviews and Bungie interviews. Bro, when I say night and day difference, I mean, one dude said, we don't leave this studio till the game is fun. We don't leave. If that means staying here for 24 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours, we stay. If we're not having fun, we'll scrap it. We'll start all over. We're not leaving here until everything's straight. Like, just the passion and caring about the franchise so much that they'll do anything to make it work. You know what I mean?
See,
at the same time. I'm gonna say, y'all watch that. Y'all just gonna shake your head, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna double back on what he just said. Right? People say that you can't feel passion. You can't feel it. You know what I'm saying? And you can throw money at it, right? So I'm gonna go to music just real quick, real quick. So you remember Billie Jean, right?
Right.
From Michael Jackson.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
I kind of still get that same vibe, even hearing it now. I'm hearing it 30 years later. I still get the kind of same vibe from it because that nigga put mad passion. He put passion in that shit.
I don't care what type of motherfucker you are. You might have like 13 tattoo tears, man. An MJ song come on, you gonna start dancing. You gonna
that's what I'm
not to, but you will start dancing, cause
that's what I'm saying. The passion is the passion. That's what it is. Like when you play The Last of Us, that was a passion product.
Right.
That was a passion project. When you play like Grant, when you play God of War, passion.
Right. It's powerful.
Passion product. It's you clearly can feel this shit. You clearly can feel it.
Watch this. The way they describe their games.
I'm gonna counter you. What happens when you pop in State of Decay 2? You feel passion?
Well, but this is what I'm saying, right? If you hear people talk about games like State of Decay and games like Sea of Thieves, those kind of games, right? What do they always say? Oh, we're finding ways how to keep players engaged, more hours, more ways.
You just give a fuck about that.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. But when you hear Naughty Dog or those kind of people talk about games, it was like we're dedicated to giving the gamer an experience.
Right.
Or like telling a story.
And honestly, my favorite game this generation, I'm not gonna lie to you, my favorite game this generation is actually Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that game. I mean, I know it's not the most innovative game or whatever the case is.
The atmosphere.
But it puts together everything so beautifully. When I first saw it, and they had that little white bitch singing that shit, she was like, I was like, oh shit. I was like, wait a minute. Hold up.
That's my mom.
When they first showed that game, man, my mouth was like, what? And that's what I was gonna ask y'all. Like, when you take somebody like 343, man, I understand that thing, what you say about passion, but studios need talent too. If you don't have talent, you don't. That's why I asked this question before. Where I made the statement before. If you take the best 10 studios in gaming right now, Sony got at least 7 of them motherfuckers. At least. Because like I said, I've told little brothers before, I would never think Sucker Punch will come up with the game they just came up with. That's talent. They got hella talent all through that gaming division, bro. They just got so much talent. Go ahead.
But you can get away. You can get away with not having the talent because there's a lot of people in PS1 era didn't have the talent. They just had the sheer willpower and passion for the project. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft has all that money, and they threw a whole bunch of money at 343 Studios. And yes, they are talented. The game, by definition, isn't trash. But it's soulless, though. It has no soul. That's the problem to it. It feels generic.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
Big
That's
difference,
the problem.
right? When let's say, for instance, Halo 3, right? I worked at a game store at the time. It was my day off, right? So me, my parents, my little brother, one of my best friends, we go up to the midnight launch of Halo. Everybody partying, having a good time. Do you understand how fast I ran in the house, opened that motherfucking wrapper, didn't even breathe, open that bitch, pop that shit in, and we doing Legendary all night long. Right? Like, you want to feel that urge to play that motherfucker because you know what you get. You know it. They laid the foundation down, right?
Yeah.
When I was at PSX and it was time for the Last of Us 2 showing, it was 4 minutes till they started. I lost track of time.
Yeah, you had that same feeling.
I ran from the concession stand all the way to the arena. Ran, my fat ass running like a little bitch, running. You see what I'm saying? That's because I know what I'm about to see. You understand what I'm saying? So when I play Halo 5,
but here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, though. You want to know? You want to know what the big thing is? I don't know how to quantify it. It's missing something. I don't know what it is. Like all the puzzle pieces are there, but there's something wrong with it. That's all I can really tell you. Like they have all of the shit there. They have a decent storyline and stuff like that.
They're not
even God of War didn't have the best storyline. You know what I mean? Like God of War had a
whoa.
So what? Before you ask me that right quick,
great storyline, man. I think.
Well, I'll explain to you why. Okay, it's not a bad storyline at all.
Do y'all think they made a mistake by trying to make Locke the head guy and
of course.
Yeah,
taking away Master Chief. That's a legendary character.
Yeah.
Locke.
Well, I don't think that's the biggest problem. You don't do that. No, you don't do that. But I don't think that's the biggest problem. As far as the story, I still think they could have spun that better if they had that passion in there. And in terms of God of War, let me just go back on God of War. There's a lot of holes to God of War's story. It doesn't make it bad. You know, it just makes that.
I'm actually curious because I actually think this year, God of War is still my game of the year. I think it's a near flawless game.
Yeah.
I mean,
for God of War, for instance, right? For God of War, they did a lot of things. They covered a lot of ground. What it comes to when it came to changing the story and stuff like that, but there were some things that didn't focus on, such as if he's a god. For instance, I know this is not really that deep a story, but if he's a god, how the fuck is he dying? At all? You know what I'm saying?
No, the kid?
No, I'm talking about Kratos.
Oh, he's getting old.
Gods can die. Gods can die.
No, but
and
I know they can. I know they can.
Like everybody, all the gods.
I know, but for Kratos, for Kratos, he's dying. Not in a spectacular way. You got these low level. You got fucking rats that kill him, or the fucking dogs, and he just dies. It's like to me, I don't know. He can heal himself.
But see, here's the thing, though. Is at the end of the day, it's still a game. I'm playing
I get you.
Right? I'm playing Spider-Man right now. He gets killed by regular thugs. If you play Spider-Man on spectacular,
that's a problem with that too.
He died. Well, I mean, that's
a problem with that too.
So, where you draw the balance? That means
where do you draw the line
get hurt when you get punched in the face by a thug. Then what's the point of playing the game? Like he won't die.
Family, and you know what, fam? You know a perfect example for that is Shakiro. They was trying to figure out because remember, dude don't really die.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So they came up with it. They had the same dilemma. We ain't played the game yet, but I don't fully understand how he really, but they just can't say he killed him and then he just got back up. It got to be a point where you can lose the game. You just can't win all the time. It won't be fun. You know what I mean? If you can, if you can defeat it and you die.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. If this dude's a guy, why is he getting killed by a pack of wolves, right? But that's the same way.
To me,
a bunch of thugs,
I get it. I didn't like it. I didn't like that with Spider-Man either. But here's the thing: when it was the old God of Wars and shit like that, he was still a demigod to some degree. You know what I'm saying? But it's some other things I can't think of it off the top of my head. I just feel like
you know what? You're right. He's a demigod.
I would agree with you, but that's not really a story flaw. That I guess that would be more like a.
It's more like lore. It's like lore. It's like lore.
It's more like a gaming flaw because that's the thing with gaming, not so much the story of the game because the story is immaculate. You know what I mean? The story is basically just him and his son trying to get his wife ashes to his tallest peak, and in between they figured out all kinds of shit that has nothing to do with what they're trying to do. All they was trying to get up there. You know what I mean? So the story is. I'm gonna
end up sharing it in the chat for sure. I couldn't think of anything honestly off the top of my head. I think more along the lines of like certain things that kind of like irritated me about the story or whatever the case is. It wasn't like a horrible thing. I don't think anything's really perfect, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, that's why I'm saying the game is near flawless. I didn't say
you know what I'm saying?
Flawless. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I have my gripes with it, like I said. But like,
one of the things that I think they got, like they got damn near perfect. You know what I mean?
But the thing is,
you know what? The pacing wasn't the best in God of War, but I enjoyed it. I do agree. Like, okay, they're setting up their footing for the next one. And the next one will be more flushed out and more and paced better. You know what I'm saying?
They started this project from scratch, so I get that there's some growing pains. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Right. But my point was, you can still feel the passion. That's why everybody's talking about boy. That really resonated with people.
Here's what I will say about the next game, and this is not a knock on the whole he can't jump shit, but I hope there's air combos in the next game that will bring it up to a whole another level. If there's air combos in God of War 2, that would be ridiculous.
But no, let me ask you this. Do you
even if like, and here's the thing too, and before you ask that, I just want to say this real quick. Even if it's not like a jump button, even if it's like a chain combo, if he does like an uppercut move that bring himself and
you just playing Spider-Man. That's why you saying that.
No. I say that because I play Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry makes that famous. If you hold back and attack on Devil May Cry, right, it will do an uppercut move and bring dude up there. And once you up there, you can figure out ways to stay up there. If God of War implements something like that, that'd be more fun, man. Imagine throwing.
I feel like the biggest
pulling it back in the air, cuz. Come on, cuz.
I feel like the biggest thing. I feel like the biggest thing that they need to actually, first of all, they need to work on the camera. I hate the camera in that game. Honestly, guys, that camera is ass.
No, I like the camera. It's fine. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is.
A lot of time it's too close.
It's too close.
Kratos.
It's too close.
In God of War, you talking about God of War, right?
Yeah, God of War.
And God of War. They need to back it up. They need to back it up some. Other than that, it's fine. You could probably do air combos. If you did back it up,
but I actually like the way the camera is. I like that. And I don't get hit because I dodge. Once I figure out the game mechanics and I understand the arrows and the colors that are associated with to the point where my reflex is on point with whatever colors show up to whatever issue is going on at the time, I barely get hit. Even in God of War mode.
No. I don't
even get hit anymore. I like
it's
that.
Not that it's making. It's not that it's hitting me. I mean, it's messing me up in my gameplay. I just feel like it's too close. I don't get the effect because it's too close.
I like the fact that it's close because and the fucked up part is not gory, which I would have preferred to be more.
That's what I wanted it. That's the second thing I was going to say.
My biggest gripe is not gory enough. Now, Cory Barlog said that the reason why he didn't want to make it like too gory this time is he wants to, every time you see the gore, it's worth it. Like when you was beating the shit out of dude the first time and you was cutting out dude's heart. You know what I'm saying? When you went to hell. Spoiler for motherfuckers who hadn't played it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers.
I ain't through playing it. Thanks for telling me, though.
Damn, man.
I'll be playing so many games, man. I only play like 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that didn't.
Hold on. Before we move on, who said they didn't play it? Who said that?
I didn't play all the way through it.
No, I'm not gonna mention any spoilers.
And what is your name, sir?
This Big Money, man.
Big Money. All right. Big Money, can I talk to you for a second, dog?
Yes, sir. You can.
Why haven't you played it?
I got so many games, man. My backlog is messed up.
Okay, so tell me what game. I'm just asking the question, right? What game in your backlog overwritten God of War? Overwrites God of War?
No, it didn't over. It's just the more and more time I take, the more and more game. Because I try to buy mostly every game that come out, and truthfully, the only game I completed in these last 3 years is fucking Uncharted 4. Okay. I just completed that. And
in
every
3
game
years?
Yes. So I'm not bullshitting you.
What I need you to do, sir,
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
You really have to start fixing your priorities.
Damn.
You really do.
I feel like
I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to be funny. I ain't trying to make fun of you. Nothing, bro. You really need to play that game, dog. I ain't been like
No. Here's how I do it, Big Money. The way I do it is when there's a certain game I want to play and I'm hyped for, like that's the one game I play. I play other ones too, but that's the main one. You know what I mean? That's the main bitch for the month. Right? And I run through that shit. I'll still play other shit, but I'll just run through that and I complete that. Like roughly within a month. Like it took me a whole week. I just beat Spider-Man yesterday. It wasn't, I didn't, you know what I'm saying, run through it in like 2 days like most of these motherfuckers who do that shit. I don't do that shit. I try to
But that's like every night, y'all, I play at least 13 games in one night because I spend like 30, 40 minutes on that. Then I go to another.
I see what it is. You got a severe case of ADD, huh? Okay. I got you. It's all good. I got ADD too, brother. Don't even trip.
I can't.
No, look. Look, I got high definition. I got HD ADD. I got high definition ADD. For real.
I feel you.
What's wrong?
ADD, goddamn.
I got high definition, my nigga. Like real talk. But yeah, my only gripe with God of War is that I wish that that first boss fight was so fucking. Them was two gods fight. The rest of those boss fights was mediocre to me.
That's a fact.
First one, oh my god, I just said, oh my god, like
you
that
couldn't
was
believe you was playing that shit.
Yeah, I couldn't. That was so great, man. That's
what was this?
Years.
The first fight with Baldur. That shit lit.
I wasn't blown away by that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Really? Bro, I was hyped as fuck.
Man, if y'all could see my face right now, that nigga said that shit.
Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. You want to know? No.
He wasn't in control, right?
No, it wasn't that. You talking about Baldur? You talking about the dude Baldur?
Yeah.
Yeah, Baldur. The one that knocked on the floor.
So in my whole time of playing video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think that anything in the God of War series is going to top Poseidon. I honestly don't.
The Poseidon boss fight.
That was close, my nigga. That was close.
That was close. But that
it was different. It was intimate. Like it was between you and him. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it like I understand. Instead of going big up, they want big wide. You know what I'm saying? I get what they were trying to do.
You know what it is that I think that impressed most people
the
is
scale
the fact
of Poseidon.
It's not only the scale, but the environmental destruction. Like you could see what happened when two gods fuck each other up. Like the whole landscape get fucked up.
Yeah,
the fucking earth is shaking, nigga.
Yeah, that shit was lit, man. Like, and the mechanics to fighting him was simple. It's just the stage they set was so hyped.
Yeah.
Like you can see two motherfuckers just duking it out. It was hyped as fuck, right? Like that's what motherfuckers going off of. It's not even like the gameplay was that sick. It was actually simple ass gameplay. You were still in like the tutorial portion of the game. You know what I mean? Just simple.
Yeah, but you didn't care.
Punch this motherfucker. Dodge. Punch this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Parry.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, look, the last time. Oh, I'm sorry, little bro.
Go ahead. Yeah. No, I'm done.
No, look, the last time I felt like that when I played that boss fight, the last time I felt like that is when that little girl died in The Last of Us in the beginning of the. I was like, oh my! It hit me so hard. I was like, man, this fucking game about to be off the chain. And then I played the other boss fights. I didn't play, like I said, I'm like in the middle of it. But those next couple, I was like, wait a minute, this ain't shit like the first boss fight.
That's because
nothing was
story on its own, man. Because the reason why you felt that way is how fucked up Kratos was when he was going back to the crib. That's what
I think everybody liked that boss battle is because it surprised you, but the mechanics of that boss battle wasn't
simple as fuck.
Anything. It wasn't anything serious. It was when Kratos got uppercutted through his house, basically from outside. That was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It threw you off because you're so used to seeing Kratos like dominating shit, and he was actually hurting shit like that. I think that's the only reason why. But in terms of mechanics
but it makes sense though. It makes sense. Like I feel like I bet you it's gonna be like that, but it's not gonna be like that at the same time when he fight Thor. And here's the reason why I feel that way. They made it make sense because this dude don't feel no pain. That's the only way you can go up with Kratos and not get fucked up like that. You don't feel pain.
Yeah, Baldur couldn't feel pain.
You go up against Kratos and you feel pain, you would feel Kratos because
he couldn't die.
Thor would get fucked up by Kratos if Kratos land, because if Kratos land on him, he gonna feel it. It's not like this dude don't feel shit.
Like, I know, but Baldur couldn't die anyway until that spell was broken.
Exactly. Yeah. So he doesn't feel shit. That's why, like, no matter what Kratos do, that's why he's actually an impending threat. But Thor can
maybe that's why the boss fight was so off the chain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They had a lot of like noteworthy things, like when they were having that little hand pushing contest and they split the fucking ground and shit like that. And this motherfucker, they did a lot of things that was cool, but it was really seeing Kratos get fucked up it was that what made that whole boss battle really nice because it was like a, you know what I mean? It was one of those things. But like I said before, I've never seen anything. There was a lot of boss battles, and honestly, mechanically, I will say this: mechanically, in God of War 2, when you fought like his apprentice, that was a better boss battle than that first one in God of War 4. That's what I personally believe.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel this new God of War, right? How do you feel about the mechanics of it, the gameplay of it? You know,
it's clunky to me. I feel like it's clunky.
Do you feel like it's clunky because you use the shoulder buttons or you have the option to use the shoulder buttons? You feel like that's like a problem with the mechanics?
When they created God of War, they said that Kratos was like a ballet dancer. That's how he was. And it just takes, he's not like that in this game. He's just swinging shit. You know what I'm saying? It works perfectly for the axe, but when you know, I can't say it.
No, I don't know.
But I can't say it.
No, seriously, I don't know. I'm a beast at God of War, cuz.
I'm not saying that you can. I'm not saying that you cannot be a beast at it. I'm saying that.
But that's what I'm saying. I appreciate. I love the combat system so much. That's actually my favorite thing. My favorite thing about that game is the combat.
That's the best thing about that's the best thing about the game to me. Yeah, honestly, that's the best thing about the game.
I agree. Yeah.
Is that the best combat mechanics you ever? Because Neo is my best when it comes to combat mechanics.
Devil May Cry. Lord. To me, Devil May Cry is the best fighting mechanic.
Honestly, I'm going to agree with him and say Neo. It's very hard to top that shit. I don't know what you could do. The only thing I didn't like about Neo is that in the beta, the first beta that they came out with, the shit was perfect to me. And they started making these little changes with your, with your armor and shit. And I didn't like that, but I still will say that I think it's head and shoulders.
Yeah, combat mechanics. Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
all the hack and slash. I think it's head and shoulders.
Disagree and say Neo is like mechanics is bad because it's amazing, but I can't really say that it's way different than old school God of War and Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden and those type of games. You know what I mean? The mechanics of the two types of action games are way different. You know what I mean?
But people also say this. People also say that the Soul series is head and shoulders for hack and slash shit like that.
I wouldn't say that. I actually say the Soul series is actually simple as far as the mechanics is concerned.
Yeah.
As far as mechanics is concerned, the Soul simple is simple, but the gameplay is more like in depth. You know what I mean? Potions and what kind of armor to use, all kind of shit. There's a lot of shit there too.
Yeah, but you know what, bro? Like, fam, I think me and you are used to, like, in Neo and just like Devil May Cry, they had them combos. Ain't too many games got combos that like Neo and not God of War, Devil May Cry. Don't nobody get. And I think that you like because you always talk about when you do the combos in the air. I think you really love that when you be in the air and complete those many combats.
Because it's the most difficult thing you could do, fam. Like in most games, right? Even in Spider-Man, the whole point of Spider-Man is to stay in the air. But if you played Spider-Man and you're in combat, how often can you keep yourself in the air? Over 30 seconds. Like, time yourself. How long can you stay up in the air? Is it that long? Like, and this is Spider-Man we're talking about. This dude is built to be swimming around constantly and not touch the ground. And you still have to touch the ground when you're in combat. I mean, the whole point of like most games like these is like to have aerial combat. And God of War took it away because they want to go with this Bloodborne style combat, which is fine. It's a great mechanic too. I love it too. But when you play Devil May Cry, the whole point is to stay in the air as long as you can, usually, because that's where you get the most. You know what I'm saying?
I would say that
all kinds of most stylish, all kinds of shit. So
I would say that the original.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the original God of War was about juggling, not necessarily aerial combat. You know what I mean? It was about how long you can keep your enemies up.
Ground control and juggling, yeah. But you could say that about any like action games, like in that kind of genre. Like,
I know, but this one seems to be focused on. This one seems to be real focused on juggling rather than air combos.
I think like the way I see this game is like it's about knowing where Kratos is in the game and knowing where the enemy's at. That's where it's the most valuable. If you have that
my
knowledge,
problem. That's my problem with the game too.
Yeah,
because of that, it's because it's too close.
Yeah, you have to be able to know where these motherfucking enemies at using the tools that the game give you. And maybe it's a little bit more difficult to grasp, I guess. But I had to get good. That's why I played in the hardest mode, because you have to get good at learning everything to be able to beat it and shit. Bro, I died so many times. Like, all right, I gotta figure this shit out, man. And once I understand it, man, the game is beautiful to me. It's I understand exactly what they're talking about. It's almost like this motherfucker's dancing when he's pulling off all these moves, right? Like it's incredible, bro. Like I can't really find that many flaws I would give God of War. God of War is still my game of the year. Low key, my game of the gen.
Yeah, I can't give it to God of War.
You don't think the boss fights was a flaw, or maybe the pacing? Did you like the pacing?
I mean, as far as the pacing, I like the story. I think, like I said, I don't think any game is perfect, but I still think this game is game of the gen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that it's the pacing was great. I think the Atreus arc where he became a total asshole should be expanded a little bit longer, because he snapped out of nowhere. This dude went from a little good country boy, you know what I'm saying, living in the woods with his mom and dad, to snapping once he learned he a god. Like, chill. You feel me? I feel like if they build up on that a little bit better, and like certain little other things, but the story was perfect as far as like getting to us, like what they need us to know. You know what I mean? Like it's
my biggest gripe with God of War, to me, this is the biggest gripe that I had, and this is what I didn't. I think it made everything fall apart, and it's the pacing is just so bad to me. I don't like the pacing. It started off great.
Damn,
it's bad to me.
Bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bad.
Especially when you try to play the game again, that you start seeing a lot of these glaring issues because of the pacing. You know, there's certain things you can't do. I don't like that artificial stopping you from doing shit until you complete something else. If you're going to make an open world or open type sandbox gameplay, let it be open. You know what I mean? Let me get
But that's
wrecked.
not open world, is it? God of War is not truly open world.
No. I said open, like sandbox is what I want to say.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean, to each their own, man. Like in my opinion,
I would say like
maybe because I enjoy the gameplay of that game so much, and the story got me where it needs to get me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the game the way it is.
But I have an issue too. I have an issue too with Uncharted too. Like, I mean, I like Sony a lot.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I like Sony a lot, but I'm gonna call a spade. I promise you. So here's the thing that I have an issue with. So the storyline was ass, flat out. It was ass.
For what? Uncharted what?
Uncharted 4.
Talk about it.
Explain. Yeah. Explain.
So my biggest issue with Uncharted 4 was how they shoehorned his brother. Everybody all of a sudden knew that his brother existed. That was bullshit. I know why it happened. They had really good memorable like pieces in that game, but to put the whole shit together, like I didn't like the whole Nadine arc. I hated that shit. You know what I mean? She was too fucking strong. You're not fighting two niggas, like period. No one's that you're gonna have problems. No matter who you are. So that was one problem I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that this adventure was whack. There was nothing special about this adventure in terms of like the spectacle of it. You know what I mean? Uncharted 1 had the El Dorado, which that was cool, seeing the zombies. Uncharted 2, you already know about the train sequence, the fucking Tibetan sequence, the fucking, Shambhala. All that shit looked amazing. And then fucking Uncharted 3, you had the boat sequence that was sinking. You had the outer boat sequence. It was so much shit that was great. And then all of a sudden, you have an old, decrepit pirate ship. That was it.
Okay, well.
You know what I'm saying?
But here's how I feel, man. This is everything you've told me so far is just how. And I'm not saying you're wrong or anything, because there's no wrong or right when it comes to this. But these are all your opinions. What makes the game trash It's not so much how you feel about the story and stuff. Because me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I agree with you on some point in the story. I don't feel like Nadine should be whooping Nathan like that. I'm not saying that Nathan, because he's a dude, should be able to like knock this bitch out just like that. She been trained, all right, cool, but still, this motherfucker can't get one lick in for real. This motherfucker's Nathan Drake. I didn't feel like how they pushed this bitch up on a pedestal to the point where she's untouchable. Then all of a sudden gets smacked around easily in the DLC. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? If y'all played the DLC, this bitch was getting smacked around all over the place. Like, how is she this cold whooping Nathan Drake but can't handle some simple motherfuckers? Like, are you serious? Like, that's why I didn't like the inconsistency of it all. But besides from that, as far as the story, it's decent. And as far as the brother's concerned, I agree with you on that too. I'm like, this motherfucker had a brother. Like they visited his past before, and they never mentioned a brother. Like when he met Sully in the earlier games, when he met Sully, they didn't even talk about having a brother. All of a sudden now he has a brother. You know what I'm saying?
The pacing was bad. The pacing in that game was bad too. The pacing was bad in that game too.
That shit didn't pick up to like chapter 9, bro.
Yeah, they fucked up on that.
Those are like minor, like what I would say minor, because the story was still a good, fun story.
No, it is. It is.
Bottom line, this is the way I feel about Uncharted, because here's how I feel about Uncharted. Uncharted is supposed to be about a video game about running out, whooping motherfuckers, finding treasure, and that's what it was.
But it was supposed to be a better, like, if you're gonna find treasure, make it a huge fucking spectacle, like Shambhala. That shit was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It was great.
Wait a minute. Nigga, you just don't like no games status slips.
I had to bait you. I was wondering where you were.
I'm over here driving and shit, nigga. I'm like, hold on, nigga. I'm like, maybe get the wheel. I'm like, hold the motherfucking wheel, nigga.
Hey, you know what? The thing I got to say about Nadine, right quick, is that the reason I think they made her so tough is because she had her own like little military thing. Like,
yes, but why is she getting her ass whooped in the DLC?
That I don't understand. I don't understand.
That Arabian nigga was strong as fuck. She was getting fucked up.
But it was two niggas whooping her or trying to whoop her ass, and she was handling both of them. I don't even think she got hit.
Nigga, these two bitches. What two bitches you know that's hanging with you for that long on a moving train? Nigga, I fuck a bitch up. She was over there taking that shit.
I'm talking about Uncharted 4, not the DLC. It's not that. It's not that I don't like the game. I just feel like it got too high of a score for what it was. I feel like its predecessors were better.
You crazy? Why? Man, because a black woman was whooping two white niggas' ass. Nigga, that's a dream come true. Nigga, what you talking about?
I'm not saying it's not possible. All I'm saying is if you that coach whooping this Arabian ass dude too.
I feel like
he's not Arabian, he's Indian. That's disrespectful. That's not the same shit.
I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing when they call me an African American. I don't even know what Africa look like. I'm just saying. I'm American.
I feel like honestly. Honestly, I feel like look. I feel like this, right? I feel like that game should have got an 8 points or 87 on the Metacritic.
Nigga, you just want attention.
No, that game, bro.
That nigga Jay like facts.
Y'all know one thing. That thing about Metacritic, man. Metacritic is not judging the game. The points only go because they judge how everybody else put their score out. That's not a score for the game.
I know that. I know, but I just want to say that's the general consensus should be 87. That's how I feel about it.
Jay, what was you about to say, nigga? What was your reason, nigga?
Oh no, I felt like it to me. It took too long to pick up. Like it didn't really pick up to like chapter 8 or 9, maybe. Like I like gameplay a lot, and I feel like it didn't have enough gameplay in my opinion. Like it was a lot of climbing.
I can fuck with you with that, bro.
And shit.
It was too much walking. Like Uncharted 3 is my favorite one, and that one had the most action in it. So,
people don't watch Uncharted 3.
Uncharted 3 is the GOAT to me in that series.
I hate
4,
but I agree with him.
Uncharted 4 is
definitely more action
my
pieces.
least favorite one.
Not big open like action pieces, but more action pieces. Like I need to whoop more asses and shoot more motherfuckers. There's not enough of that.
I'm gonna tell y'all niggas like this. Yeah, without the reason why 4 was so slow is because you said in the beginning, nigga, they put the brother on him. They had to introduce us to his brother. So it had to go slow in order to introduce his brother because he's such a main character in the story. If they would have just did all action and then show the brother and then
take points away. It's going to take points away.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they didn't do it right.
No, real
they
shit.
Didn't do it right.
I respect that. But I still agree that the point it deserved the score it got, man. But I will agree with you. The story could have been handled better. Like real shit, in my opinion. Fuck this brother. This is like his like ending of his story and shit. Make this shit about him. Why you gonna add in this motherfucker from out of nowhere? From like
I know why. So they continue it. So they can continue it, my nigga.
There's other ways. Fuck all that.
On his brother or his brother and his daughter. Ooh,
his brother Nadine and Chloe. This like the DLC. That shit gonna be a full game. Just to watch, nigga.
See that? Fuck all that. See, if at the end later they might hint that in the future you might see his daughter or his son grow up and do the same shit he do again.
Yeah.
Like on some like Tomb Raider shit. Like he might have a daughter that might be on some Tomb Raider shit. You know what I'm saying? Or a son that might be just like him growing up. You know,
you know what would be better?
You didn't have to push your brother on us. If you had a brother fam, I'm from a big family, right? If I only had one brother, I love all my brothers. You feel me? But imagine if I had one brother, you would think if they made a game out of me, 3 games from here, like I would have mentioned my brother one time.
You feel me? You're right. Right.
All of a sudden, you just push this nigga on me like I'm not even like.
But that's why the beginning of the game was so slow.
Hey, how about these cookies though, nigga? What if Ellie is Drake's daughter, nigga? Hey, here we go. It's been proven. It's been proven they're in the same neighborhood. In Uncharted 3, they talk about the plague. Well, there's a newspaper talking about the plague, a breakout plague, putting them in the same shit. And then in The Last of Us, you can go into that very same bar in The Last of Us 1, but it's all fucked up.
Nope. You know what?
But ain't his daughter blonde though, cuz?
No, yeah, she is. I know she is. But what if like they like make the next game or make something like instead of making her just like Uncharted, put her in a different universe, a different style of game like The Last of Us or something. Like what if she The Last of Us 2 or something? Yeah, like it's already basically crossed over. And Naughty Dog, they always like to change their shit. But what if they made it? Wouldn't it be tight if they made it like a future version and then her ass is grown and have like a futuristic sci-fi game or some shit like that? But it's with her to continue the same world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can hear you on that, but it's a lot of gaping holes they would have to fill to connect that.
No, it would be. It's a lot. It would be. But if anybody can pull it off, Naughty Dog can.
Yeah, they the best studio in the world to me. The best.
I'm just saying, like I wasn't feeling the story either. I don't know where he's gonna push this dude on me. I mean, I'm supposed to care about him as all these other characters I already know about for the last 3 games already. You know what I mean? Out of nowhere, I'm supposed to feel something for this. Well, realistically, I want to punch this dude in the mouth for getting me into prison and shit and all kind of bullshit for no motherfucking reason.
Now, my favorite, I would say, I would rather have a Sullivan spinoff than anything else, like an old school Sullivan thing. But my favorite 2 games.
You gonna stop disrespecting Nadine, God. You know
what I've been really hyped for if they look for the treasure of Alibaba, like on some Aladdin shit. That would have been hype.
Open sesame.
Yeah, like found Aladdin's treasure. Come on with the lamp.
Did y'all see Nadine? Did y'all see Nadine titty physics? Cause when she took off her shirt on that one part, guys. She didn't show her nipples or nothing. She had the sports bra on, but still, nigga, titty physics was present, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. I better leave Nadine alone.
You know what? That
is. But so's her shoulders and shit. Her shoulders are hard as shit.
Titty physics.
Hey, she do got some strong ass shoulders, guys. But hey, she also got some strong ass. Give me some pussy status, nigga. Cause boy. I mean, fuck Chloe. I like your ass, Chloe, but you ain't sexy like Nadine. Nigga.
She got a muscular pussy and shit. I don't know if I want that.
Nigga, hey.
That's good grip, cuz. That's good grip.
You ain't never had a chick that know how to control her pussy? Who, nanny muscles, nigga?
That's good grip.
No. I think it's too strong. That's my problem. I think it's too strong.
Nah, nigga, it's too strong for you, nigga. I'm stronger than her. I'm gonna make her, nigga, like turn into a woman again, nigga. Crazy, nigga.
Crazy.
Nigga.
She gonna snap your shit off.
You know, it's how when Brad actually leave, we actually talk some real game and shit. This motherfucker talk about titty spin. I'm just saying. We was on stories and game mechanics. This motherfucker come on for 10 minutes.
I'm gonna try to be back in like 5 minutes. If not, then
I told you I was gonna be 20 minutes too. I told you gonna be going.
Niggas started talking bad about Nadine. It was an issue, nigga. Nigga, no.
Let me pull over for a minute, baby. I gotta talk to these niggas for a minute.
I wasn't feeling like how they made Nadine like unstoppable and then all of a sudden easily stoppable out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, be consistent is all I'm saying. Like, if half her whoop ass, half her whoop everybody's ass. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing I was saying. The Uncharted 4. That's why she was so bad, because how many women you know gonna be head of what they call that? A power military group. Yeah. She the head of the motherfucker, so you know she got to be bad.
No, her father is the head of that motherfucker. She just inherit that shit.
Come damn, on, you had to put that in there.
Come on, princess.
Yeah. Did y'all hear about that shit, or did y'all talk about that shit with what's the name? Tell them they didn't need Crackdown 3 this year. Did y'all talk about that on the last show?
No, we did not talk about that shit. Don't nobody give a fuck about Crackdown. That's why ain't nobody even mentioned that.
But that was some tripped out shit.
Not even Gaba or Vidiot said anything about Crackdown.
Damn. But that was wild what he said though, talking about they didn't even need Crackdown 3 this year. I think they don't give a fuck no more about nothing.
I agree with them. They sure don't need that. Any year, really. I'm telling you. They ain't gonna. I mean, so now that it has a release date, I still don't think it's coming out. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, that's fucked up. And I'm right there with you, too.
It's crazy because at this point, I feel like they can't even move it up or back because there's too many games coming out. If they push it up, it's gonna be by Resident Evil 2 remake. It's gonna be by Kingdom Hearts 3.
Suicide.
If they push it to March, that's gonna be Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and Devil May Cry, and The Division 2. You know what I'm saying? So pushing it, man, I don't know, man.
And real shit too, The Division 2, for whatever it is still in the same ballpark as as Crackdown, guns and shit. You know.
So do y'all think that Sony Zombie? I'm sorry, bro.
Go ahead, guy.
No, I'm just gonna ask: what's the name of that zombie game?
Days Gone.
Hey, when is y'all think that's coming out? Ain't Days Gone like within that time frame as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask.
It's the same day. Yeah, it's the same day. That's just fucked up. It's on the same.
I don't think it's gonna survive out there.
What about Anthem?
I don't know about y'all, but I'm copping Days Gone, man.
I'm copping it too. I just think it's gonna get hurt in the middle of all of the games.
Man, it ain't gonna sell a lot. I think it's gonna probably do maybe 5 million at the most.
I think it's gonna do decent numbers.
Bad, if they hit 5 million, that ain't bad, cuz.
That ain't bad, but I'll just say 5 million. It could. I feel like it could do better, but say about 5 million.
It could. You know what? It could if it was in like a stretch where ain't shit going on.
Yeah, like summertime. Too much shit. Put that shit in the drought season.
They might push it back. Who knows? Maybe they realize better. You know what? But the funniest thing is they push that shit back. Xbox be like, they don't really want to crack down. Come on now.
And they complete with the game. They complete. They not even working on that game no more. They really complete with their game.
Is that
wondering why?
Is it really released?
Didn't they have to fix like the frame rate?
I don't believe it, cuz like I know
you don't think it's done with
and everything. I don't even think they're releasing that shit. I'm not gonna front.
What?
I really don't believe it. I'm sorry, I don't believe it because if it's coming out, like we would have like some kind of advertising and all. It's been spooky as fuck. You know what I mean?
Didn't they show some at the TGS? Didn't they show some of it?
The multiplayer.
Hell no, they didn't show shit.
I think it's just the online is not ready.
That's crazy. I thought they showed some of it at TGS.
I'm willing to eat all that crow because I got the sriracha, my chopsticks downstairs because I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think it's coming out. I might be wrong. It might come out a buggy, bullshit ass mess, and it comes out, and I'm wrong. But I feel like it ain't coming out, man. Like for whatever reason, I had this gut feeling since way back, since like a year ago, that I'm like, man, this
you talking about Crackdown 3, right?
Yeah. Like I just don't think it's coming out. I don't know what it is, but I'm sticking to it. Like I just have this strong gut instinct that's just not coming out. And if it does come out, it's like an atrocious mess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If it don't come out, I got a good feeling. He probably don't lose his job at Microsoft, but he gonna lose that position.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think he'll stay exactly where he is.
Whoa, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword because he's pretty much the yes man. Like he's doing everything.
Yeah, it's not what he's doing. Let's be honest with ourselves here. He's just a mouthpiece. It's not his doing. You know what I'm saying? He does
that shit coming from the top.
He does.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
To be honest with you, he does little shit to appease fans / fanboys. You know what I'm saying?
Wear the gaming t-shirts and shit with the jacket.
Yeah. Because here's the thing: if Phil Spencer went to Japan, right, on some real shit, I'm gonna be honest with you, just to have games shown at their E3 conference. Because realistically, you think about this shit. These are third-party games. They're gonna come to an Xbox regardless if he goes to Japan and talk to them or not. It's already coming to an Xbox. Why does he even have to go there just to show it on the not on the PlayStation 3? I mean the PlayStation stage, because it's obviously gonna go to the PlayStation stage. A certain game is like a no-brainer. They're supposed to go to the PlayStation stage, and they didn't. And that's because Phil went there and do that. And props to him for doing that, so that motherfuckers had something to talk about. But that did that change anything for the Xbox itself? No. That's why motherfuckers like, how did y'all win if all y'all did was just show us shit that we could be playing on the PlayStation later? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Royal, but you know one thing that I might be way off on this, but to me, I think the reason he went over there, first of all, him just going over there, you know how I think Japanese people are real up on respect and honor. I think he did that out of like not talking to them on the phone or some shit. He went over there personally to ask for that stuff, and I think it went a long way with them. Even though I know,
big money. Big money. Yes, a plane ticket ain't nothing but $1,400 to Japan, cuz.
But I'm just saying the reason he went over there.
I don't even have a CEO, you know what I'm saying, black card, but I could swipe my card and be over there by in 22 hours I could be in Japan, cuz. Like it's not about that. What I'm trying to say is like he don't handle real shit for real. Like if you was to be able to handle some real shit, you would have gone to Japan for a purpose, for a reason, to be like, listen, man, I need you to build me a game for the motherfucking Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Something, or at least get something that's only the Xbox can have on your game. Yes, it goes to the PlayStation 2, whatever. Let me have some shit that only Xbox get on this shit. Why waste a plane ticket?
They do that, but they said no.
Make some real moves. No, like I don't believe so, because money's involved. There's no way you would say no, especially like you said, because if he went, showed the respect and actually asked correctly for this shit, he would have gotten it. Especially with money involved. Especially if these companies see a way of making money. Like at the end of the day, businesses still believe in making money too. You know what I'm saying? So that's the motto first and foremost. You feel me?
So what do you think happened? Let's say he did go over there and he asked one of them to make a game, and they denied. Do you think it was it wasn't the right type of game they was looking for, or?
Well, first of all, he didn't do that. He didn't ask for no games. We know that. We know he didn't go over there to ask them to make no games. He went over there just to have those put on the stage.
Try to get what's already being made, not done directly for Xbox only.
Yeah,
like pretty much no. They have no bragging rights when it comes to Japanese games.
Because most of the stuff they showed on the Xbox stage had no reason being there. Like Jump Force fell all out of place, didn't it?
Yes, and I want that game.
Stage. Like, yeah, I mean, I was hyped, but at the same time, like, that's weird. And then I saw Sekiro on there, and I'm like, that's weird. And I saw, you know, what I'm saying, all
was
these
Kingdom
Japanese
Hearts on that stage too?
I think so. Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I think it was. Now that shit is out of place.
You feel me? Like you see all these Japanese ass games that's out of place as fuck. Even Devil May Cry is out of place as fuck on Xbox stage because Devil May Cry.
But you do know,
it's a PlayStation.
Japanese are the shit right now. They taking over.
I mean,
everybody
wants. Like I ain't mean to be disrespectful. I feel like Western developers and Eastern developers are good in both their own rights, man. They just make different types of games and shit. But within them, like there's big ass.
Okay, are we talking about JRPGs and RPGs, or are we talking about?
No, I'm just talking about
games in general.
In general,
yeah, I'm talking about games though. I'm talking about the type of games.
In general, it's like such a large collection, fam. Like you have Metal Gear Solid on one side. You feel me? And then you have Mario on the other side. How the fuck? Like, you know how big of a spectrum that shit is to cover? Like, Japanese games are an insane amount of shit. Like, Western games, like, we're not as, like, weird with our shit, but we have, like, a different type of shit here, too. You know what I mean? So it's hard to, like, categorize and say who's the shit and who's not, man. I feel like people just make good-ass games. Yeah, it just so happens, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of them are from Japan and shit, but...
Yeah, because that's the shit. That's the shit right now, man. They hot, man. That's what we either seeing like with Shakira. That's a ninja / samurai game, like.
But Uncharted is a Western company. Santa Monica is too. Like I'm just saying, you know what I mean? There's a lot of. You feel me? Sucker Punch is Western. Really, it's not even an Eastern developer, but they're making fucking.
They making a Japanese type style game though. That's what I'm saying. That's
I guess it's just the season for it. I guess.
I think it's gonna be Americanized, definitely.
What are you talking about? Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah.
Like how so?
How so? Mm-hmm. I mean, oh shit! Hold on 1 second.
What happened, fam? What happened?
I ask simple questions, cuz. I ask simple questions.
Okay, hold on. All right, I'm back.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah.
Okay, so Sucker Punch is American, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
They're making Ghost of Tsushima, right?
Right.
Uh-huh.
They're not gonna put the same type of Japanese spin on the shit. It's gonna be something. I'm telling you, I don't know what, but I think it's gonna be Americanized.
Well, I mean,
God of War.
I don't know if because they taking it from a certain part of Japan's history, man.
I mean, I would agree with you if I didn't do any research on this game, but I've been following it closely. So devs went to the island of Tsushima, studied the history. They studied the films of like samurai movies back in the day. They try to like implement that into the game. Like there's doing a lot of stuff, and also the art director is also Japanese. He's like full on Japanese and shit. Like he's actually the dude that look over how to like make the game look. I guess that's the best way I can. I'm not a technical dude like that. I don't know how to break down their titles and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this dude is built to do that. So and the thing is, I feel like when you tackling something like that, like even Sucker Punch said that. Like when you tackling something like this, especially something that has to do with history, you better make the shit correct. Otherwise,
what about Battlefield? What about Battlefield 5?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna compare EA to Sucker Punch, then
I'm just saying because the principle is still the same.
But I mean, you're gonna compare EA to Sucker Punch, then I mean.
No, I'm comparing the principle, not the companies.
But see, you can't do that. That's not the same shit. You feel me? Like you can't, like you know how like people say that you should treat people equally. No, that's not how it works. I treat people the way they deserve to be treated. If you a trustworthy motherfucker, you get my trust. You earned my trust. If you have not earned my trust, I am not gonna treat you the same way I treat this other motherfucker who I trust. That's just little shit. That's, you know what I mean? You can't treat this. I mean, feel like if you like. Have two motherfuckers run up on you. One, you grow up with your whole life, and this motherfucker has not lied to you once. And this other motherfucker tried to fuck your sister 3 times already. He said he didn't. You feel me? Who are you gonna trust when both of them run up on you and tell each one of them tell you a completely different story from one another? Who you gonna go with? That's just the way I feel, man. If they say they going this hard, like I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. And thus far, what they showing us is off the chain, right? You feel me?
I'm back. What y'all niggas talking about?
I mean,
Ghost of Tsushima.
Jay over here talking about like Ghost of Tsushima. He's concerned that it's gonna be like really westernized,
Americanized,
it's made by Sucker Punch. But I, as an Asian dude, I don't even see that. Like when I was looking at this shit, I'm like, oh shit, they got it damn near perfect. Yeah. The only thing they're missing for me, cuz, is the decisive slash. You know what I'm saying? The samurai shit when two samurais like lined up with each other, run through and cut each other one time, and only one stays standing. That's the only thing that's missing. That's the only thing I want. Everything else they got smooth as fuck. And I've been reading about it too. They just talking about like how this dude is like the way of the ghost, which means he's like one of the first ninjas, which is historically correct. That's when ninjas first allegedly appeared. So it's some wild shit, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been studying about this game.
Is that the game? One of those games look kind of stiff. Like the combat wise, I think that was Ghost of Tsushima I was looking at.
What?
Like one of them damn games. I think that it is that one though. I want to say.
Oh, you got to be wrong because that wasn't no stiff game. From what I seen, I don't know if it was.
We talking about the samurai game, right?
Yeah.
He said one of those games the combat looked stiff. He said he think it was Ghost of Tsushima. He said he think it was Ghost of Tsushima. I'm like, no, it can't be Ghost of Tsushima.
I gotta know which one you talking about. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't think it's Ghost of Tsushima, fam. I don't think you're talking about Ghost of Tsushima because that shit looks so fluid.
Ghost has two. Ghost of Tsushima like had like two different types of like combat mechanics, right? One is when you fight multiple dudes, and one's when you like semi-boss battle type when you actually have a heads-up duel mode. When you was fighting no girl at the end of the trailer, under the red tree. When you was fighting under that red tree, that's actually a different fighting mechanics than when you was fighting like 3-4 dudes at the same time. I mean, it's just like, man, come on, cuz.
That shit off the fucking.
And you know what I'm actually the hypest about that game? That I'm actually the only one thing, to be honest with you, the biggest gripe I have with Spider-Man is that it's an open world game and it has open world shit that I have to deal with. You know what I mean? Like as soon as you start an open world game and you go to this bullshit ass tower like every fucking game, and then that tower show you a bunch of shit you gotta go do. And there's nothing wrong with that really. But Ghost of Tsushima is actually saying this might be a better way to do that shit. So I'm actually excited to see how they implement like an open world thing that don't have you like going to like this objective right here, go here and do this. You know what I mean? They was trying to implement it in a way where if you ride through and you heard some villagers talk about this area, about some Mongols coming through doing some wild shit, you can actually show up there and see, whatever went down or whatever. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of dope, man. I want to see that. I don't know how well to implement that, but that should be hot.
Yeah. Roy, did you know that time period and what that happened, they still celebrate that every year?
It's a big deal, man. That's where the word kamikaze came from, man.
Yeah, that's like I said before, man, you can pick any game in the world. I would never think that Sucker Punch would put out a game like that. It blew my mind.
I'm hyped.
I mean, that shit blew my mind.
But
hello guys, I'm back.
Hey, how you feel about Ghost of Tsushima, man?
She looked dope. I will say I don't want to get like samurai and feudal Japan fatigue. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of those coming up.
So, but I mean, I trust Sucker Punch just from their history. So I feel like I think I'll be all right. I think the game will be fire. I'm hoping. You know what I mean? There's always room for error, right? But I'm optimistic about it. You know what I mean? It looks dope. It's a beautiful fucking game. So that already intrigues me already. But the combat, from what I saw, it looked interesting. I think there's a lot of more depth to it that they didn't show. So we have to see that at a later time. But yeah, I'm hyped for it. Yeah, can't wait.
I can't wait to see the transition they make from samurai to ninja in that game. Like I can't wait to see that transition, how they do that.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Can you imagine a modern day ninja game? Whew, just like some crazy shit.
modern day ninja, like if he's a ninja, but he's existing in our modern time.
Yeah, like a modern time, like how we always wanted the fucking Desmond's bitch ass to do Assassin's Creed shit, and like in the city and shit, you stab niggas on the subway. You know.
Yeah, it would. Hey, like if y'all ever played Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, right? If you ever beat that game, and there's like a special mission you could do when you travel to a portal. Yeah, it's on the PlayStation 2 and is it the 360? I think it's on the 360, not the original Xbox.
Yeah. Is that the one with that French guy in it?
No. Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven. Yeah, when this man's talking about Onimusha. This man's talking about Onimusha 3.
Onimusha, my fault.
Yeah. No, like Tenchu, when you beat Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, right? There's a certain mission you could do where you go like into a portal into time, where you actually go into our time, and you have to like assassinate dudes with guns and shit. Like that'd be hot. Like if you play like a traditional, if they can make a game where you play a traditional ass ninja with just swords and shurikens and shit, but you live in modern time and you still have to kill motherfuckers with regular ass like swords and shit. But they got guns and shit, so stealth is on extra shit. You know what I mean? That'd be dope, man. I'll be down for that shit. That'd be hard as fuck too.
Yeah, I'm down. And you know what? Let me ask y'all a personal question. How y'all feel about Sony's new PS5? Everyone has these preconceived notions that it will start off slow like 2013. And I'm kind of like, by the time PS5 come out, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn 2 should be already in a chamber. You know, Ghost of Tsushima probably a cross-gen. Like, them niggas going to be ready. They're not going to... I mean, look, it's a possibility it might start off slow, but I think they got too many guns. I mean, too much bullets in the chamber. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They learn from their mistakes. Yeah. They learn from their mistake. I don't think you know what I think is gonna happen. I think they're gonna be doing everybody doing this. They're gonna be doing a lot of double dipping. I think Spider-Man gonna come out again for the PS5 somewhere around launch. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's gonna be $60. Might be $40 or $50, somewhere around that range.
If they come out,
hell no, that shit gonna be 4K 60. They gonna 4K 60, and it's gonna be 60. If anything, that's what I think.
I mean, here's the way I see it, right? Here's the way I see the PlayStation 5. Because PlayStation 4 is such a success, Sony has the luxury of time to figure this shit out. How are we going to do this shit? They actually have the luxury of that shit. Because right now, they actually they're the one that call when next generation start. Like, I mean, if Xbox come out with a new gen next year and PlayStation don't, has the next generation really started yet?
Like I don't think that Sony can afford that though. I don't think they can put out. If they do that, that's 3 consoles in what, 5 years?
But I'm just saying. You feel me? I'm just saying. Like if that's the case, has the next generation really started just because Xbox has already came out, or is it until PlayStation come out? You know what I mean? So PlayStation have that ability to actually take their time and figure this shit out. I think what they're trying to do is like figure out worst case scenarios, and if that happened, how much it could hurt, and try to do that. I think
they had a rumor going on, Royal, about saying Sony sent out the last dev kits in the last part of 2017, like the finalized, because you know when they get dev kits, they might send like 2 or 3 of them to the developers.
I believe dev kits are out there at this point. It gotta be. We got a few years left before the PlayStation 5 comes out. It's about
2019
3 years at the worst. 3 years at the worst. Realistically, 2 years, maybe 1 year, just to make money happy. Maybe 1 year. Maybe 1 year. Realistically, 2 years. Probably like maybe even possible 3 years if Sony wants to take their time.
I'm thinking 2019 November or 2020 November.
So yeah, dev kits are out there. I'm just saying, like, I think Sony they have the luxury to like figure out what's the best move to make, and I think like they figure out they need to have some shit, you know, ready, because how you gonna pull by then, right? By next year or the year after that, Sony's gonna be so close to already after 100 mil already. How you gonna pull that 100 mil to the next console? You're gonna have to have some games for that shit, right?
Yeah, they're gonna have backwards compatibility too. I think they gotta have it.
So?
They got it. Yeah.
I've been the advocate saying that they wouldn't.
It's not like the PS3. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just thought that I didn't think they would have it out the gate, like right when it released. No, I don't think they had backwards compatibility.
Patch.
Yeah, I think they'll end up patching it in maybe like I say 2 years into the gen, a year and a half, 2 years.
I think it's coming out the real. If you think about it, it's not too bad. Realistically, a year is very short for gamers, man. Yeah. Years fly by real fast. You know what I mean? We was just waiting on, 2018 E3 last week. Now we passed it a few months ago. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Hey, Sony said anything about PSX? Are they still doing it this year?
I haven't heard nothing
about it. Yeah. I was trying to figure out what the date was, but I ain't even seen it on the internet.
Because they usually announce it right after TGS. They usually announce it after then.
Hey, Bring Harmony, has Baron got a PlayStation yet? Has Baron got himself a PlayStation yet? Do with the
you
chat.
Somebody in chat?
Yeah, somebody in the chat talking about Bring Harmony said Baron said Sekiro look better than Ghost of Tsushima. Come on, cuz.
Oh my god.
Here's what I will say, right? Sekiro looked like a dope ass game too, but if you want to compare looks, come on. Come on.
Man.
If you want to compare gameplay and such, like we can have discussions about that. We might be able to figure it out. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, we can figure out what kind of shit you like, kind of shit I like, but you can't tell me it looks better than Ghost of Tsushima. Come on, cuz.
Does anybody know if either one of those games are supposed to be like games with no difficulty? You know what I mean? Like a Souls type game? Is Sekiro a Souls type game?
No.
Yeah. No. Well, it ain't a Souls type game, but
it's more Tenchu than it is
Okay.
Souls type.
But they don't have difficulties. They usually don't use difficulties in their games. Usually. So I don't think this one don't have anything.
Neo, I thought Neo was about to be so good, but I played that shit. That shit was hard as hell. I'm like,
hey, that's
I'm trying to enjoy the game. I don't like being frustrated playing the game, dog.
Bro, it's so satisfying once you figure it out, though. Because once you figure it out and get good with it, fam. Once you fight these motherfuckers face to face, you don't even run away. You know how Bloodborne and Souls game where you actually run from motherfuckers, run in circles and loops, and what I'm saying, dodge constantly and shit. This motherfucker, once you get good, man, you just walk up on motherfucker and just fight him. He swing at you, you parry his shit, you dodge out the way and stab him and shit. You don't even walk run you know what I'm saying? Those other type of games. That's why I agree.
Once you get those combos down, oh my god, them combos. Woo.
I agree with y'all. When y'all said, man, Neo gameplay as far as game mechanics, I agree with y'all, and the game mechanics in that game is dope. But if you get proficient with how you pull off all the combos and the what I'm saying, and the moves it gives you, cuz you be unstoppable. Even if an enemy seem ridiculous hard, once you figure it out, not even figure the enemy out, you figure out your own move set and you good.
Yeah.
You just react to whatever it is they do. And you go.
The thing that killed me about Neo is how fast Neo 2 how fast they announced Neo 2. That shit came out of nowhere.
It's too big of a success out of nowhere, man.
Woo.
You know, I broke down and got a digital copy because I couldn't find a hard copy where I live, right? I couldn't even find one. Yeah, real shit. I couldn't even find one. It was sold out for a whole week. I was like, fuck it. I'll just download this motherfucker.
I feel sorry for anybody that like hack and slash games and miss out on Neo. That fucking game, boy.
It was on sale for a while. I don't know if it still is now. Y'all better cop that shit.
Royal,
real shit though, I don't know if y'all went back to play it or not, but they patched it so much, they made it so much easier now. It's like a cakewalk now compared to how you first play it when, on day one, it's so much harder than this now. On day one, if an enemy see you, he'll chase you throughout the map. He'll never stop chasing you. You know what I'm saying? Now, they actually stop chasing you. After, if you run for a decent amount, they stop chasing you. I'm like, man, come on.
Have you played all the DLCs, Royal, to that game?
Yeah, I did that shit.
Yeah, that fucking game there, bro.
Hey, That Centipede boss was the hardest motherfucking boss, cuz. Fuck that boss, cuz that shit was hard as fuck. That shit was bullshit. Hey, I got so mad so many times because I got him so close to dying, and then he pulled this like quick move, and somehow I always miss it at that last, like that valuable moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck me up. Died every time. I just need to hit him one more time. I'll kill him, and I died so many times. I got so mad at that motherfucker.
Hey,
I just got the DLC. I mean, not DLC. I just bought it digitally. I couldn't find a disc. Savage.
Yeah. I was so. Hey, I did it like that too, but I got a disc. I bought it digitally and I got it on disc. That's how much that shit had me. I was like, boy, Neo is off the chain, bro. God, that game is good.
I'm probably doing that for Neo 2, man. Neo 2 is hype. So I think what they're doing with Neo 2 is Neo 2 is gonna be more like Bloodborne, where the main character ain't like an actual character. You know what I mean? It'll be a character that you build.
Hey, Roy, don't it look like in that little thing that they showed, he gonna turn into a demon or some shit?
Yeah, you're gonna have Oni powers. That's gonna be dope.
Ooh. I can't wait for that shit to come out. God damn. That's gonna be good. Hey, have y'all heard anything about the Rocksteady game might come out for the next gen things? It's not coming to this gen? Because I've seen that a couple of times on internet.
I heard about it, but I mean, I can believe it. Shit. Only thing is, Rocksteady, they only made one title this gen?
One? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
When I think last gen, I think they made like
two. They made Bully last gen, right?
2 or 3?
Was that them?
Yeah, 2 or.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, Batman.
No, that's Rockstar. My fault.
Yeah, man.
And I'm starting to doubt that it's even the Superman game now. I don't know what I wish they'd say something.
Could it be? Yeah, man.
Hey, this might be kind of blasphemous, right? But do y'all think that the Batman shit might be a fluke?
Might be what?
Like a fluke. Like they not as great devs as we gave them credit for. It just so happens they did a hell of a job with that Batman shit. So now from now on, we
don't say that. Please don't say that.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Don't say that.
How much track record they had before Batman? Like damn near nothing, right?
Yeah, you're right. But
it's one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not gonna front. The first 2 Batmans are my favorite like games. Like they're some of my favorite of all time. Not even superhero games. Just talking about games in general. I was Batman in Arkham City.
Arkham City was so fucking good. Oh my god!
The moment when I stepped out and the helicopter's flying there, and I realized I could grapple onto it and hung under that shit, man. I thought, shit, I am Batman because you know what I'm saying? I needed to patrol the streets. That shit, man. But like, don't you think that might be possible? Like these motherfuckers, it might be just a fluke. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, don't say that, Royal. Please don't say no shit like that. Damn.
Y'all niggas past fuckboy hours. Damn.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey man, you know what? It's gonna be hard if it is a Superman game. It's really going to be hard for them to pull that off. It's really gonna be hard.
Yeah,
cause that shit gonna have to make sense. Superman is invincible, man. The only thing that can hurt Superman is magic, right? Not hurt him, but irritate him. Some type of shit.
Irritating.
Like kryptonite.
Irritations, nigga.
Oh, like kryptonite, but kryptonite is some fucked up shit. It's either he's straight or there's kryptonite. He's all fucked up. There's no in between. Like you can't play when he's all fucked up.
Yep. And every thug can't have. You said what?
Chips right now, man. I heard somebody eating chips. Is that you, Thrash?
That's Thrash.
I ain't eating chips, I'm eating chicken. It's 2 different shit.
Straight up, nigga. Straight up.
Extra
literally. Literally.
Hey man, you know what? Hey man, when I was little, y'all, I loved Crunch Berries so much. I used to like if I buy a bag of Doritos, I'll pour the Doritos out and put some in my put some Crafton Crunch berries in my motherfucking bag. and people would be like, "Man, they make fucking Crunchberry potato chips."
Oh,
that's geeking I was on that shit, bro. I used to be geeking on that shit for real. That Crunchberry was a drug to me.
Real shit, Arsenic. Superman keep dying, but he invincible. The amount of time Superman has died already. He died more time than Batman, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, I said this before, man, but I wish they would do a bad guy. Like, what's that one guy with the one eye? And he wear that black and yellow ninja suit.
Oh, shit. Deathshot.
No, not Deathshot. What's his name, man?
Wade Wilson, right? Or Slade.
Yeah, Wade Wilson.
Slade, no, Slade. I would look. Slade Wilson or some shit. Yeah.
Deathstroke. Now, wouldn't y'all love to see him? I would love to see somebody have Wonder Woman as a boss fight, Superman as a boss fight, Batman as a boss fight. I would love to see that, man, because I'm tired of seeing.
No, real shit. Like, if you make like a good like villain game, it'd be dope. Like, you just be behind the scene trying to pull off some shit.
Yeah. That shit'd be slick.
Of course, you still won't get away with it at the end of the game. You still, it still be dope though. Yeah,
yeah,
it still be dope.
You still lose at the end of the game. Yeah. That shit'd be slick. Yeah, that'd be slick.
Hey, speaking of, man, I'm actually hyped for this. This Mr. Glass shit. You seen that trailer?
Yeah, I didn't even know that was all the same universe, man.
That shit's dope, ain't it? That shit.
Oh my god. I did not know that, bro. That shit was slick right there, man. That shit is slick.
If they make a game out of it, they make it bullshit again. No, he eating. I bet you he eating. I want us to hear the crunch.
Man. Shit. We the last of the Mohicans. Everybody just dropped out.
But yeah, what else y'all want us to talk about? You know what I'm saying, Jack? Thrash is eating, you know what I'm saying? Chicken, spicy, extra crispy. You know what I mean?
Spicy, extra crispy.
I'm saying. That's what it sounds like.
I can't think of that. Oh, man. Oh, shit. I'm so tired, man. Fuck.
Low key.
Hey, so from what I understand, Henry Cavill is no longer playing Superman, cuz?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But did you hear who they think they want to replace him with?
They better not do that shit, man.
They better not do that shit crazy.
Hey, I'm not a black dude, but I'm all for black empowerment and all. But come on, cuz y'all taking it a little bit too far, man.
A little bit too far. Like, come on.
This is the whitest motherfucker on the planet. I know he's from another planet, but he's the whitest man on the planet. Don't do that to this man, cuz. Don't do that.
Oh my God, they gonna piss a lot of people off, man. God,
you don't know who Arsenic? You don't know who they trying to get Killmonger to be?
Brandon B. Jordan. I think that's his name.
Michael B. Jordan, cuz they trying to get Killmonger. They trying to get a fucking Black Panther villain to be Superman. Ain't that
shit? Crazy, bro. Oh my God.
I mean, I think that's just like a crazy speculation rumor, man. I can't
hope so.
He might, you know what? It could be a misprint. He could be playing Steel, because that'd be dope. Because Steel is black, right? And he was like, so the original story of Steel was saved by Superman, but he's like a dope engineer, so he built the Steel suit. That's not like the last Steel movie was done by Shaq. Y'all remember that from the 90s? That bullshit ass movie.
Oh my God.
So it's about time they redo that shit. They could make it hot, man. If that's what it is, because he's still the Man of Steel. You know what I mean? Because he had Superman symbol on his chest too. They might have gotten that wrong. It might have been because of that. I'm hoping, or it could be like crazy rumors and shit. Because I don't think that's possible, man. People would flip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People would flip, man. Comic book heads would like lose their mind.
Yeah, they're going too far with that shit now, man. Way too far.
I mean,
but I did hear.
What's up?
No, I was gonna say I did hear that I forgot who it was. Was it? I think it was an executive at Marvel, or maybe was that Insomniac? They was talking about the Marvel universe is all connected
in the game.
Everything's gonna be to all the games. I think they said it's gonna be connected.
Yeah, they're trying to do a gaming universe from where I don't know how much credibility that, but that'd be pretty dope. From what we understand, Spider-Man is supposed to be the jump off to that.
Yeah, he must be the jump off.
Hey, which would be wild, because does that mean all the other Marvel games gonna be on Sony? Because that'd be stupid. Because
if they pulled out that deal,
that'd be so mean.
Microsoft wouldn't have to go. Look, they would have to go to DC and do a deal with DC. They would have to. But I can't see that.
They ain't trying to do shit. But I mean, because the reason why I say that is because if this Spider-Man game really is to jump off to that, that means from now on, every time there is a Spider-Man game, it's still gonna be on Sony. So any kind of plot point would just be on this shit. You have to play this shit. You have to buy a Sony. That would be kind of genius if some of them are multi-plat. You feel me? Some of them are multi-plats where you get some of the story, but to get the full story, you got to have a PlayStation. That'd be dirty as fuck. As a good business move, but that'd be dirty as fuck.
Yeah.
And you want to know what happened to Spider-Man during that time? You gotta play the Spider-Man game, and that one's exclusive to Sony. You know? That'd be some wild shit.
That'd be crazy, man. The only thing I say about that is because Square Enix is doing the Avengers project, but I don't know what the fuck is going on with that game. They ain't said nothing about that game, so that's the only thing.
Hey, Jameer, for whatever reason, for some odd reason, right? New York and Christmas always feel like close to me. So for some odd reason, I feel like the DLC is gonna come out right around Christmas, and like the New York shit. That once you pop in the DLC, New York will have like a Christmas version, like snow and shit. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh, it's still going on? Oh shit.
Yeah. Fuck boy, we're doing that. I ain't got shit to do tomorrow, so we doing that.
That's cool. I'm talking to some bitch right now anyway. This has served me well.
Well, I hope they do. You know what? If they do like that, I hope the next game they focus on is like a Black Panther game.
Oh yeah, and they try to do a Black James Bond, and I'm like, and y'all know me, man. Like I said, I'm all for Black empowerment, but James Bond is a white dude to me. I'm sorry. Just like how Spider-Man is always gonna be Peter Parker. I love Miles. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Miles, but when I think Spider-Man, I think Peter Parker. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Here's what I would appreciate more. If you if you want to make characters a certain ethnicity outside of being white, just make up another character. Just make a new Black character. Like Static Shock, I thought Static Shock was dope. I'm kind of mad they don't fuck with, you know what I'm saying, much Static Shock shit anymore. But I thought that shit was dope. Like shit like that, just bring new characters. Don't change one that already exists. He exists for a reason.
Yeah. That's why I'm mad about that Teen
Titans.
I
see what y'all talking about. I see what y'all. What I miss anyway?
Oh,
not much. We were just talking. I'm talking. You see,
and we was talking about
Robin the Crash. He disappeared.
No, we was talking about the possibility of a gaming, Marvel universe, right?
Yeah.
There was rumors of it.
Hey, girl on Teen Titans, man, that black girl, that's not a good fit. Even though the Starfire,
Raven, why is Raven a black girl? Like I don't understand. Raven.
I don't understand
that.
Is Raven
an alien?
Girl? Is Raven a black girl?
No, she's white. She emo, and Starfire is an alien.
Yeah, she got different cut. What's the color of her skin? Her skin is like yellow.
Don't get me wrong, Jameer. Like real shit. Like I understand. Like a lot of times, I'm like, how come this Asian dude, supposedly supposed to be an Asian dude, a white dude on screen? I feel you, but a lot of times the other way around. A lot of times, why would you ever cast a black Superman? Why would you ever? Like that makes no sense. Like this dude is
it's out of place. It feels out of place some type of way, man.
Is that rumor true? Is that even true that they having him as the new Superman?
Well, it's just a rumor. It's a rumor.
I don't believe so. There's a rumor. But Henry Cavill is no longer Superman. So
he Gerald.
He stepped down.
He's from The Witcher. He's The Witcher.
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck this noise."
That shit crazy.
Well, he's not. What's his name anymore?
Superman.
Yeah,
he's not Superman.
Yeah, he's not Superman no more.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, real shit, man. I think they just scrap the whole thing and redo it. Like real shit, just scrap the whole thing, redo it, man. Do it like how fans want it, and you wouldn't have no problem. People wouldn't even trip.
Exactly.
Look how people like love this new Spider-Man. They just had a Spider-Man last week. Now we have a new one. They love this new one. They don't even remember the last one no more. They don't remember his name, Andrew Garfield. The only reason why I remember dude's name is because of Garfield. That's why I keep remembering that shit. Real shit, cause hey, he's a good actor too. But you notice how people
Andrew
don't that shit no more.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield.
Just refresh
that
the whole
nigga
shit.
look like a fucking mouse, yo. Get that nigga out of here, yo. I was like, who's this?
I'm saying, right? But I feel like they could do the same thing to the DCU. Just scrap the whole thing, redo it. People won't even trip. If you redo it and do it better and do it right this time, people won't even trip. They was like, all right, cool. Yeah. Last time. But this shit was dope. We'll just, you know what I'm saying?
I be having one expectation.
Here's the problem with DC, right? The problem with the DC universe. I actually don't even like the MC universe.
Damn word.
I don't like what they're doing. Here's the thing, right? And I'm not trying to be a guy that just criticizes.
This nigga don't like. I come to the conclusion that this nigga don't like a goddamn thing.
Man.
I like Horizon Zero Dawn, yo. That's what I like. I'll play that shit forever, yo. But no. Okay, so what's wrong with the DC universe is that don't ever try to make that shit into like a family friendly, you know what I mean, popcorn movie. You can't do it. Like the best rendition of the DC universe was actually like fucking the Dark Knight movies. You know what I mean? You just I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that. You know, trying to make like, comedy.
But I always thought that's what a good Superman movie would be, like a comedy, like bright, you know, Metropolis.
I never seen anything funny in Superman.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing nothing funny about that.
I don't know.
Didn't they have Richard Pryor in one of those?
Yeah, Richard Pryor was in one of them, man. Come on, Superman saved him. I mean, there's ways, man. There's ways to do it. Like Superman, like I mean, the reason why I feel like they didn't do a good job is because they made it all dark and shit. Superman should never be that dark. This man has the ability to kill anybody he please. He shouldn't be this grim ass motherfucker. Like he shouldn't trip. You know what I mean? But he's always sad and shit. That's not the character. They fucked up all the characters. You know what I mean? Batman don't kill. Like I don't care how much fanboys of these fucking franchise like do this shit. Batman don't kill. Here's the reason why Batman is good. You know what I'm saying? Batman is not a character that you say you can be because you can never be Bruce Wayne. People always talk about Batman and Superman talking about Batman because he's more relatable. Really? Y'all relate to like billionaire crime fighters? Which one of y'all know the struggles of being a billionaire crime fighter? You know what I'm saying? Like, but here's why you like that motherfucker is because you wish you could be like him. This motherfucker, no matter what happened, he don't give up. He don't kill no matter what because he thinks it's the wrong thing to do. It's just not even if you agree with that or not. It's just the ability for him to hold on to his convictions like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in this movie, he's killing motherfuckers left and right. Like, what the fucking point of this motherfucker? Like, what's the point of this shit?
Hey, but you know what? See, that's why I thought. That's why I was thinking, Rocksteady. I hope it's gonna be hard for them to pull off the Superman game if that's what that is. It's gonna be real hard.
Yeah,
he's too powerful. The nigga too powerful.
Yeah.
What you talking about? Batman and Superman?
No,
yeah, Superman.
Yeah, how the fuck you?
He's what?
Too powerful.
Yeah. He's always been too powerful. He's too broke.
He's so powerful. He's boring. The only way to get his ass is to get some damn kryptonite.
Yeah.
So now you got to hear the same story over and over again about some goddamn kryptonite.
That's why I never like the DC.
You know what
Batman
the
is the best
part
one.
About Kryptonite? Right. The fucked up part about Kryptonite is I wish Kryptonite would just make him mortal. You know what I'm saying? That'd be cool. If Kryptonite just make him a regular ass man, then he has to like survive and figure shit out until he gets his powers back. That'd be cool. But they make this dude like as soon as Kryptonite around, he's just like laying there flat. Like a 2-year-old can come up to him, smack shit out of him. He can't do shit. I mean, fuck that. Like at least
you want to know something though.
You know what I mean?
You want to know something? Superman back then was never that strong.
Oh yeah.
They said he was as fast as a speeding bullet, and now he's as fast as Flash. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, they keep adding on to his abilities.
Yeah, like I know that. Yeah, so they just stop. They
y'all remember
they backed themselves into a wall.
Yeah, remember the first Superman? He went back in time. That's how fast he was in the first Superman.
I mean,
I hope
Flash is only like Superman actually can't do it in the comics. Flash is one of the few motherfuckers that can
Batman is a snitch.
Hey, Batman is a snitch.
Snitch ass nigga.
But he's still my favorite superhero in the DC universe, though.
Nigga's an abusive snitch.
You know what? You know what's fucked up, man? In the DC universe, I realized I like only the motherfuckers that has no real superpowers. I like Batman, I like Green Arrow. I like motherfuckers that have to get shit done with their brain and their abilities and shit. You know what I mean? Because DC's superheroes, they power like OP as fuck, but I don't know how to explain it, man. Superhero is born with that shit. He never had to work for it. Green Lantern was given a fucking piece of jewelry that gave him power. You know what I'm saying? Like Wonder Woman was like a daughter of a goddess. Like they like separate themselves so far from regular people. In the Marvel side, they just regular ass motherfuckers that so happens to have powers.
Happen to have different genes that made them have powers.
Peter Parker is a nerd ass little kid that so happened to get bit by a spider. That's it. That's how he got his powers.
But he still got bills. He got people to protect. There's a lot of shit that's going on with Peter Parker.
He got his Aunt May over there judging him left and right. Fucking judging him.
You
know what I'm saying? He got deaths in the family that affect him deeply. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Batman got deaths in his family, and he's like, "Mom, Dad." He's like, "I'm about to kick some people's ass." Whereas Peter Parker, like his uncle passed away, and he like, "Damn, he taught me to, with great power comes great responsibility." You know what I'm saying? But Batman, he don't take no responsibility. That motherfucker just fuck people up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's the greatest quote in comics I've ever seen. That's a great quote when they said that shit. Very great quote.
Hey, like, an actually good X-Men game would be lit. That would be so hard though, Jamia. That should be hard.
Hey, but you know what, bruh? If they do a universe, MC universe, what they gonna do when they get Martha? They gonna have an Aquaman game. If they can pull that off, boy.
What is it?
I said if they do a MC universe, that means one day they'll have to do not MC. I mean DC. If they do a DC universe, that's really with both of them, Aquaman and what's the other dude name?
Nemo.
Yeah, Nemo. How they gonna pull shit like that out? I think it'd be cold if they can pull a game like that.
Oh, they actually in the works to make a Nemo movie already. They thought about doing that. The Submariner.
Yeah, Submariner.
Yeah, they're actually doing that.
I would love to see that.
Wait, did you guys know that they're gonna merge the whole, like, what do you call it, Watchmen into the DC universe?
I already know about that. Yeah, it's already happened. They're part of it.
Yeah,
that's why DC go through so many revisions. New 52, Rebirth, and then they go to fucking Metal. Like, they go through all kinds of shit because they keep adding new universes into themselves. You know what I mean? Like the Wildcat series. I bet y'all don't know nothing about the Wildcats, huh? Grifter and all them. Like,
no, I never heard of them.
No, I was never too big with the DC.
Have you read or seen the Flashpoint cartoon or comic book?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You know how like there's a dude in it with the red mask. He had 2 guns. He had 2 pistols on him.
Yeah.
He was fighting with Batman and shit. With Black Manta, and that's Grifter. He's from another universe outside DC, and DC acquired that shit. That's why he's in that movie.
All right, so
do he got powers, or he just a badass?
No, he gangster as fuck. That's.
Oh.
I mean, he does. I mean, like, like he doesn't have powers, but technically he kind of had powers in a way, type dude. You know what I mean? Like there's no way the motherfucker can survive what he survived. You know what I mean? Type shit. Like over exaggerated ass motherfucker. Like there's no like there's certain like I think there's a comic where he got stabbed like 15 times and don't die and shit. You know what I mean? Some ridiculous shit. So yeah.
That nigga 50 Cent and shit.
Man.
Well, nigga, I'm gonna leave this, bro. I'm gonna leave this long ass podcast to you niggas. Cause I gotta deal with this.
I'm about to get off, man. We might well do what's that?
I'm gonna fuck around.
Yeah, I'm about to get off.
Oh shit. We can do outros then.
We out.
And we out. Stop broadcast.
Last thing you hear.
Real shit.
Nah, but real quick, man. Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit. Thank you everybody for staying this long for no fucking reason. I don't even know why we stayed this long, but man, we'll see y'all the next time. Hey, matter of fact, if y'all see Vid Kid, man, let him know that Thrash don't have his address later, so I'm gonna have to holler at him to get his address.
Oh yeah. Send me that. Do that.
But anyway, we'll see y'all.
Y'all niggas need to get some sleep.
And I'll see y'all on Sunday as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, nigga. Go ahead, Big Money.
All right, man. Y'all already know, man. Thank y'all for coming out, checking us out again. Yeah, thank y'all for the people that's still. I can't see how many people in here, but thank y'all for staying up with us.
31.
Play your games, baby. Play your games. Make sure y'all check out everybody's content, and y'all do what y'all do. I'm out.
Go ahead, Josh. Do your shit, nigga.
Yep, this is JDO. Thank you so much for coming out and staying as long as you did and listening to me not be a Sony pony for once. But I will call shit out.
True Xbox
anyway,
fan, hated everything.
Like shit.
They were like, damn, the Xbox fans like, oh shit, I don't even hate it like that. Damn, I like that game.
God of War, cuz.
God of War, I liked it. No, I ain't like that. But anyway, y'all guys take it easy.
For sure. Nigga, take it easy. Chat room, nigga. Stardust, Arian, Siphon, Support Gaming, nigga, the Almighty, nigga. Don't call me Danny, call me Yes Sir, nigga, GSMCS. I keep telling your ass, nigga. It seemed like you was eating some chicken and dropped the bone on the keyboard and made your name, nigga, change it. I keep telling you. Every week I'm gonna tell you to change it, nigga. Jamia, Garuda, Savage, all of my OG niggas who be up in this motherfucker with us, man. I can't understand why y'all niggas continue to listen to us because it's always fuck y'all at the end of the day. It's like y'all wait to hear me to say fuck you niggas. So fuck you niggas. You welcome, nigga. Now we'll see y'all niggas on Tuesday for sure. Thanks for rocking out with us. We're trying to get some. We had some people asking for Puerto Rock. Look, nigga, I don't do Puerto Ricans on my. You know what? Damn, I read Puerto Rican. All right, we'll have him on here one of these days. Nigga.
We might have
he part horse.
That nigga's in. Hey, real talk. That nigga's all the way out there in what, Italy somewhere, nigga. So it's like,
yeah.
I thought he said Germany.
Puerto Rican counts because we got one black dude, one white dude, one Puerto Rican dude, and one Asian dude.
Mm-hmm.
That shit like Puerto Ricans. That shit like a bag. That shit like a bag of Skittles and shit.
Yeah, real shit. That's the point. That's the point, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got to hear the Asian corner. The white people is the most insane and suspect corner of them all, but still there, nigga. You got to have everything, nigga. Nah, but all right, y'all weak ass niggas. We'll holler at y'all niggas mañana. You know what I'm saying? Or I mean, Tuesday, mañana means tomorrow. I'll hear you niggas on Tuesday. Fuck y'all niggas, cuz we out.